What up, gamers? YouTube! Like and subscribe and feel free to fast forward 2 minutes. As you can see, the New Game Plus showcase starts in just that amount of time. And I know what you're thinking, what is this and who are these people? Well, I have the answer to the first thing and not the second thing. I don't know who these people are. However, this is a creator-led showcase is how they're pitching it. It is the answer to the Game Awards, where you don't have millions of dollars to showcase your game, or you just want another format in which to show it. Come here. This is a lengthy showcase that's going to feature games that did not have to pay to be included here. So it's going to have indie games, going to have AAA games. We have confirmed looks at The Blood of the Dawnwalker, Crimson Desert, definitely the 2 Atomic Heart spin-offs. I think it's just Atomic Heart 2 and then The Cube, and a bunch of other games. This is the first time they've ever done a showcase like this. I'm very fucking excited. You know, to give it a chance. I don't know if it's going to be a banger. I'm guessing there's going to be highs, and I'm guessing there's going to be lows. I don't know. It's a tough call. Either way, we're going to find out together. Either way, come find me on the internet somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, behind the scenes, we've been watching this pre-show for 15 minutes, and they just keep on looping the same, like, 5-minute segment. Also, I think I should be featured on it next time. Look, I'll give you my spiel. Ocarina of Time. Anybody? I'm just kidding. I did that bit already. Girl thing has a giant Baldur's Gate 3 tattoo. Dude.
Roguelikes.
Tattoos of, like, realistic faces sometimes send me in the wrong direction, dude. I was with this girl that had a crazy Jesus on her forearm, and when I caught a glimpse of it when we were fucking, I was like, ah.
Achievement hunting. People who only play games for achievements are so low on my totem pole. What was this?
Jesus fucking Christ. He looked at me. Hey, he looked at me. That's what I said.
Multiple playthroughs.
Soft scare, exactly. All right, let's get into this. Chat, let me know how audio is. I'm gonna boost it a little bit for you guys. Keep me honest if it needs to be adjusted, if you need me to go higher, game to go lower, that type of thing. Do tell. Zangief, welcome in. Your timing is impeccable. Cube! It's a dispatch like. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna see cool stuff in here. This is a pretty good hype reel. What game has dragon flying like that? I want to fly that dragon. That's not Crimson Desert, is it? Is it really? Sick. Or because of the pecs. Ooh, that'd be something. Matt, what's poppin', homie? I will take a little fucking hydrate. You know what? I like whatever that top-down thing was just now, too. I like that very much. It already looks better than I expected, for sure. Yeah, they're doing a really good job with this, and this being just the first one is very impressive. I could see them doing this more than once a year as well. Not bad out of 10 is crazy good. Let me tell you, the best thing about being home from Florida is that I'm on fucking supercomputer now. God damn, does that feel nice. Souls-like games count? Ooh, does anybody want to count certain types of certain things individually? Does anyone plan on being here the entire time? Give me a 1, who if you're gonna be like active watching, I guess. Stanford, welcome in. Good to see. When did this start? 69 seconds ago.
Welcome to the New Game Plus Game Showcase, a new initiative
in between work. All right, don't worry.
Games for what they are,
we'll try to keep a group count of Souls likes.
First up, I'm Hunter. I'm normally behind the camera across gaming and
Hi, Hunter.
And I work
What's he drinking? Some kind of
ton of different games.
Mountain Dew?
Games of all time would probably be RuneScape, Dark Souls 3, Leaf Green, Black Ops 2, and
I'd be
Star
on the
Wars
phone trying to get that last
Then we have
tag
Jake
over there
Lucky,
on.
kind of the point where gaming, esports, and streamers
Jake.
collide. If you look at him for too long, you'll start to wonder why his neck is so long, and if you
I
look at his
am
Twitter for too long,
predispositioned
to
to adore anyone named Jake. Strong name.
Games of all time are RuneScape, Age of Empires 2, Halo Infinite,
So I'm locked in. Let's go, Higgins. Welcome in.
Next up, Luality, a streamer with a hatred of spoons and a love for dragon sex. Lua probably has more personality than the rest of us in her pinky. Her favorite games include Baldur's Gate 3.
This is sick, dude. There's a lot of fucking. I didn't realize that all of these people that we were seeing before this were like
Then Luke Stevens, the mind of a
part of the
critic with
actual
heart of a
show.
fan. Luke breaks down
I thought they were
games
just
to
like
their
featured
DNA and
creators.
really looks at everything a game has to offer. Where our brains might be smooth, his is nice and wrinkled. His favorite games of all time are Elden Ring, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2,
Luke and Rob, familiar
Last of
faces.
Us,
Interesting.
Witcher 3, and Batman Arkham City.
What was that weird
The
key art
fifth
for
and
Last of
final
Us?
in-person
Oh
member
my god,
this
have
year
you guys
is
heard about this
Rob.
Witcher 3
Rob
rumor
came from
shit?
the hell of making Call of Duty videos to the other hell of platinuming games. His favorite games of all time are Witcher 3, Halo 3,
New DLC,
Batman
yeah.
Arkham City,
Yeah.
Legends, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
X-Men Legends
Not to be
mentioned,
confused
fuck
with
yeah.
Call of Duty,
Heard about it a
Modern
year
Warfare
ago.
2,
Giga
or
DLC,
Call
yeah.
of Duty,
I
Modern
think I
Warfare
might
2
jump into the. We gotta talk
Remastered.
docket
Then
bad,
our final
chat. I have a
member
lot of
is
very
Luca,
high priority
the man
stuff
who
right
is
now.
always
And we need to
spotlighting
decide
the
what we're
next
gonna
hidden
hit.
gem before
But I
anyone
suddenly
else sees it coming.
really want to play The Witcher 3.
Luckily takes after his wife, so he's not here in person.
Like,
but
hear
was
me
a
out right
major
now. What
part
if we
of the
were just
showcase.
playing
His favorite games of all time are Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill 2,
Metal
Elden
Gear
Ring,
Solid
The
4,
Last of Us, and Metal
Witcher
Gear Solid
3,
2.
and Baldur's Gate
Together
3?
we're pressing how we think
You ever
game
played Witcher? I played
showcases
Witcher
should
for like
feel.
25 hours.
Conversational, authentic, and transparent.
We are here to
My fucking
celebrate
goat, dude. Can I get some damn W's for Moose 4K? We love to see it. Welcome in, homie.
We love so much.
There's no paid placements, no marketing scripts.
Never did Blood and
just
Wine,
pure
never even
passion
beat
and
base game.
excitement for what's coming up in game.
From GS4 and Witcher 3 would go hard.
A wide range of content,
I'm
including
saying.
new trailers, fresh gameplay, developer interviews, behind-the-scenes content, and even some updates to your favorite games.
So sit back, grab your drink of choice, and let's dive into some of the games that we think are worth your attention. This is the
Why'd you say
New
Baldur's
Game
Gate 3?
Plus
I
game
owe 10
showcase.
hours of Baldur's Gate
Also,
3.
who picked the name?
New Game
And I owe like
Wait, what's the
13
name?
hours of Expedition 33, but I've owed Baldur's Gate 3 for longer. I need to do both of those.
Well, we have cups.
We already got this.
Sick name.
The cups are done, dude.
Might have to cut our losses.
There's no changing it up.
I wouldn't do Baldur's Gate 3 and Witcher 3 at the same time. I need to pay up for my punishments. Not punishments, encouragements.
All right, guys, so
I'm
first
sorry,
up, we
Pouch?
have three
Oh,
awesome games. We have
Hokach.
Blind Descent coming from Owlcat. We have Deep Dish Dungeon coming from Behold and Raw Fury, as well as an exclusive interview with the Dawnwalker creative director.
Fuck, I think I like this format. Poor bad. It's ooh. I don't know what I think about this. I think it reminds me a little bit of what's that Savage Planet game? Like the visual kind of like splashes of bright neon aesthetic all over the place. Blind Descent. It's a pretty good name. Hold on a second. Why does this kind of like, this looks like something if it was modern I might not be in on, but because it's got this kind of crazy aesthetic, I'm sort of... What in the Windows 7? It's so like... Like, what is the closest thing? This looks like a... If Skyrim was on PS1, I guess. Right? Is that what they're going for here? Deep-ish dungeon. Deep dish. Is a pretty good name.
Must be here somewhere.
Yeah, lethal company, but less obnoxious. Raw Fury never misses. Jabwabs. I'm so glad you say that. Can you just make a mental note
is like a special kind of being in
of
our
pushing me
IP.
towards Raw
It's,
Fury releases as they
neither
come up?
fully a vampire
Because I'm
nor a
technically
human.
in
It's
their
something
creator
in between.
program, and
What
I've
this means
never
is basically that you,
done
as a
anything
Dawnwalker, you
with them.
have underwent a transformation.
I need to
You
accept
used to
some
be
stuff.
human. And now, during the nighttime, you
Danish
get
D,
all
welcome
the
in. Blood of the
powers
Jake
and
Walker.
difficulties
Interesting.
of being a vampire. So you get the blood craving and so on. But during daytime, these powers are dormant, and you still have to eat. You have
I will
all the
say,
weaknesses
chat,
of a human, right? But also the perks
something with
of
their
being human.
technology
One of the
isn't so great.
things
We're locked in
that
at
is
1080p
unique to
60
humans
right
in
now,
our IP
and the
is being able
feed,
to use magic.
even that
So
I'm looking
casting
at,
spells.
is a
The
little
Dawnwalkers
crunchy. So I think
are
cut them
not,
some slack. Like if you
very
look like even at their
commonplace
webcams
in
and
that
like
IP. They are
the
very, very rare,
image
rarer
quality
than
of
vampires. So you as a Dawnwalker
their
are kind of
overlays,
special in this regard. I would
like,
say the short
I would
term,
expect Dawnwalker looks a little bit better than
the
this right now, I guess is what I meant to
immediate
say.
impacts on character development are
There's some
you have to
compression
feed
going on.
on, you know, either animals or humans on blood suddenly, right? So you get these cravings, you get these like weird, eerie experiences that you didn't have as a human. Brent's
People are pitching this as like it's
fleet of
Witcher 3 but with
vampires
vampires. Is that
actually
correct?
caught him on his low point when he was vulnerable. He has used specific traits of vampiric blood in order to cement his position in the valley. Because,
Afterlife, he
you know,
just done
as
the
you might
VOD with
imagine,
better quality. That
having
makes
a
sense.
Bloodsucker as your lord might be a tough sell. However, if the alternative is getting sick and, you know, dying in thousands, actually it doesn't sound as such a
Vampires and Witcher, yeah,
Tries to
but
kind
this
of,
is like a very
distort
centrally
the religious
a
beliefs in order
vampire
to install
story, I
himself
guess.
as a savior of the valley. We do explore this in the game, so you might see, like, for example, statues erected to Brent's, new iconography shown in the local cathedral, for example, and in the castle and so on. There is this whole cult of personality he builds around himself. So he basically shows himself as something better than the old order, right? We do have a mechanic.
I wonder how
right,
big
to
this game will be.
shrines that are erected across the valley, and Brent's takes a lot of.
Here's my guess about Blood of the Dawnwalker.
Kind of twist
Gonna
it
review
his
very
own
well.
image, and these do
It's
have a
gonna sell better than
functionality.
expected,
When
but
you
not
play the game,
incredibly.
We have assigned specific
I think
functions
its
to them. Generally
closest
speaking,
comparison
one of
will
the
be
things
like a
we wanted to
Dragon's
achieve,
Dogma 2.
In this game is to have Brent's being this active antagonist. You know, in a lot of games, the antagonists are out there to be defeated, but generally speaking, you have free reign, you do your own thing, and it doesn't really, you know, change much.
Vampirer, correct.
In this game, what we wanted to
I believe
do
that's
is
his
to
working title.
have Brent's react to
Vampirer
your
3.
actions as you know, complete different activities throughout the valley, as you maybe undermine his operations and so on.
It's kind of like his seal of approval.
Exactly. So
How's it looking so far? It's actually a very cool format, P-Swag. I'm digging it. Welcome in, homie. We've seen 3 games so far, and we're in a pretty deep gameplay walkthrough interview. Remind me about Raw Fury stuff? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I need an agent in the
He might
field.
send out more soldiers to patrol roads and villages, right? He might, in some extreme cases, maybe even initiate a lockdown of the city to basically hamper your ways of traversing it, right? There is a number of these edicts we have prepared, and each of them is designed to kind of twist and change the general open world gameplay. It also has benefits. There are factions in the valley that dislike Brent's, so the more notoriety you gain.
Raids? Oh, I
the
bet you're
better
right.
standing you get,
Microtransactions.
like they actually
Almost
like that.
definitely.
There is a number of plot lines that you can follow if you want. You can also cut them off because we have added these systems where, for example, you might lose control over Cohen when he's a vampire if he was hungry. You might kill off some important NPCs, and then the plotline just cuts off basically, or you get some alternative version. There are some ways to enter the castle in the open world. You can
Completely
ignore
remove
these
them?
side
Interesting.
plotlines. You can level up Cohen.
Hey,
And
look at you
decide
two
to
go.
attack the
Look at
castle
you,
on your own, right?
RuneScapers. Now kiss.
Is there romance in the game?
Or according to
Yes, of
Jakebot, now
course.
foot job.
We do
Oh.
have romance options, yes. We didn't delve deep into
Lucas.
whom yet.
Okay.
Hell yeah, you look.
I'll leave that for the future to talk about. However, yes, you can expect to build relationships with characters. Like I said, there is like one main goal,
Look at
varying
that.
ways to get
Building
to it.
relationships
These
in
different
Blood of the
ways, I
Dawnwalker
think,
and in
will
chat.
impact you know, what happens with Veil Sangora in the end, and it's all up to you. And I think, I really recommend experimenting with this stuff and having fun with it.
That wasn't the full
First
interview?
one, Blind Descent, Martian, Survival,
Control,
co-op,
welcome in my
adventure.
goat.
Gives me Subnautica vibes, and in the best way possible. I really like it, but like more with land exploration, which is really cool.
Oh, is it the first game that we saw?
We're also going to see a lot of survival
Blind
games today.
Descent.
So I think it all comes down to what the ultimate depth of the game is. But my first thought when I saw Martian land was No Man's Sky. That's obviously like maybe a reach for expectation wise, and definitely
Could be.
a tall task. But when I heard Martian, I thought No Man's
You're
Sky.
either kissing men or missing Ken.
Like you said, a lot
Choose
of
so
survival
real.
games, but I think it's popular right now, and I'm hopeful that a lot of them do it right. But this is like going underneath Mars and has aliens.
Dude,
It looks interesting. I like it.
I'm intrigued about the variety of ecosystems and
not on my end.
aliens and plants that they bring.
Like you said, it's popular
Okay.
now because people like them.
Here's
And
what I'm thinking about
they
this,
share a lot
though.
of things mechanically, but
I don't know
for me,
any
it's
of
really
these
the vibe,
creators.
and This one has.
I would like to know all of them. This is a
Yeah,
very
it's a
cool
good vibe.
and
That's what I wonder
informed
how that
panel.
gameplay loop goes, like how far down can you go? What kind of biomes are you experiencing as you continue?
Usually
to go
when you
down?
hear
And like
content
said, with
creators
survivals,
for
we
like an
see,
event
a
like
lot of
this,
the
it's going to be
same
like fucking
loops, so how can
some
they-
pretty surface level
Other
people that
trees
just
you can
accepted
cut.
a Mega
Yeah,
Bonk
again,
sponsorship.
we're gonna talk about it
You
a
know
lot,
what I
but
mean?
If you can cut a tree down, I'm good for survival games. I'm like
At that point,
I'm the target audience.
Then we have Deep Dish Dungeon, co-op dungeon crawling, a survival game.
But these people
handcrafted dungeon.
have
You gather
interesting
resources,
takes and
cook to
a
strengthen
wide
your
breadth of
party, you can party
knowledge
up with friends.
on
I'm
genres
excited
and
for it.
Speaking
other
of
games
vibes,
they're drawing
this thing
comparisons
is
to.
a vibe. Like I don't know what you'd call that art style, but whatever it is, like injected into my
kinda
veins.
retro, right?
It's like pixel art, but then they also have like some voxel type tech for digging and breaking things. I don't know, whatever it is, I like
What's
it.
voxel type tech?
Okay, so when Luke said voxel, that's big word count number 1 of the day. When I see that, I'm very basic. I'm like, that's
5-letter
gotta be
word,
some
by the
form of
way.
pixel art, which is definitely coming back. I feel like we're
Oh,
seeing
my
more
math's not
games
so
kinda
good.
pull back that old
5.
view, that old like Minecraft pixel art, whatever you want to call it, voxel view.
Fun, high energy,
I'll be
very
honest
good.
with you guys. While you guys are talking about pixels, I'm thinking I hope I can kill my teammates in funny ways. So sure, we'll go with the pixels.
Yeah, we were watching the trailer together, and the first thing she was saying was like, "Hey, how do I kill those I'm with?"
I mean, I have to imagine it's a dungeon crawling game about cooking in the dungeon. Surely you're gonna be able to accidentally poison yourselves.
Do you think you can get like bad ingredients on purpose to murder your?
I bet you are gonna have to, I bet you're gonna have to find out.
Going.
So I wonder though, with it being like in
On the
dungeons,
fucking feed,
like if
I
they're
am
gonna have an in-game proximity chat kind of
blocking
thing.
one
It's my
dude
favorite things in
on the
games like this when you're,
5-person
like, walking
thing
through and you can hear your
almost
friend off in the
perfectly.
distance,
That's
like,
my bad to
The
him.
Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Here, I'll be more obnoxious. I'll just like put me.
Friends, for sure.
Yeah, like at
Me
least
and Jay gonna be in their edition in that dungeon.
Hold.
like at least a co-op. He's across the world. I'm like, Rob, you there?
I'm dishing, baby. I'm dishing.
I'm dishing, making
Can you
dinner.
bring the carrot?
What are you making?
Lasagna.
Yeah, no, but it looks very.
Hey, guys.
promising, though.
Next up, we have Dawnwalker. Lua had a crazy conversation with her creative director. Single player, vampire, RPG. It looks incredible.
head to the right
I think
a little.
The 30-day system is awesome, and like you said, gives weight to things. And then the whole, like, there's so many decisions you can make.
What I find really interesting about the game is that
Hold on, I'm almost ready.
half vampire, half man, and even though like all of that sounds great by itself, there's even another layer where at night, of course, he can use vampiric abilities that he doesn't get to use during the daytime.
Vampiric.
His combat's different. He's not using a sword. He's using claws. And then in the daytime, of course,
claws.
there's NPCs walking around, and there's
My hands
maybe
are
patrols
sweaty.
going around that aren't there at night. But then there's different ones at night. So
And
they
you
show-
can use magic as human. You
All
can
right.
use magic as a
That's
human.
enough.
And basically what they're trying to do is to not just have the time be an element of certain actions to take it forward, but also whether you're playing in day or night, quest lines play out completely
Half horse, half man.
differently because people are in different
Guess which half
spots,
is
their
which.
behaviors are different. This person may be asleep, so you can't talk to them.
Have
but
different
somebody else is
abilities.
there. Exactly.
Well, The Witcher 3 is my personal favorite game of all time. So, and this is former Witcher 3
W
developers working on
segment
this,
for
and so much of
sure.
that charm was prevalent there.
The music.
The music, just that soundtrack.
I'm
and the
like a
short little snippet
mediocre
we saw
man,
there,
yeah,
I
with the
felt
appetite of a
That simple
horse.
separation between
You
day
got
and
it
night and different
figured
things to do
out.
with your character.
That's got to be like the coolest part of it.
Yeah, because it's got to probably tailor to your gameplay of like, I got to wait to make this choice during the nighttime versus during the daytime where I can use certain abilities or different combat styles.
Yeah, finally found a format worse than Developer Diaries. Okay.
A play style where you're playing only at night for missions.
I
You're just
want to
doing
defend
stealthy
this,
vampire stuff,
and I
you're
liked
eating
it
people or
in its
drinking
introduction
blood rather not eating people. I don't know. Maybe
6 minutes ago.
But
Whatever
you know,
you want.
the dark run through versus
We're a little
like,
deep in the
light run through
commentary.
daytime.
Yes, I think that is what's going to hinder this, is I get why this is 3 hours long. Early, 12-minute in
Sponsored by Beyond Meat.
guess is that the next one has a lot less of this,
More Brensis, the Overlord, is also a system.
which I think is reasonable.
We talked a lot about systems that they have not spoke on yet at all, and didn't with us either.
Like the edicts. As you go around the world trying to find your information, you can side with different people, and depending on what you do, you can make the Brensis quite upset. So he can start making laws and rules.
This is the Matrix
to
5. They need a Matrix 5.
Stop you from progressing
Simply, it's been too
in
long.
certain ways.
I also like that Brensis as an antagonist is not just like pure evil, doing all sorts of horrible stuff. Like he is helping the people in some ways.
The QR code on the bottom right corner of the screen covering the watermark on the bottom right logo, bottom right corner of the screen,
makes for really, really good stories.
but off by a little bit, is fucking my life up.
Never a clear cut, good or bad.
Yeah, because I bet you there's.
What if
gonna
we
be a
put the
moment
post
where
show
it's like,
into the
his
show?
job is,
Profit,
like, his
yeah.
influence in an area,
Which,
that means they're gonna die of the plague.
run the
So,
ads.
Like, you let the bad guy do the thing that you're trying to stop him to do, or
And it's also about perspective. These people were ruled by a very tyrannical leader before. So even though Brents is a vampire to them, he may as
it's
well
worth it.
be a savior, right?
New.
For the next section, we have 3, again, I'm gonna have to not say incredible games every single time, but we have Prologue, Go Wayback from PlayerUnknown, Beautiful Light from Deep Worlds, and Project Shadowglass from Starhelm Studios.
So, yeah, production-wise,
It's just an infinite map generator with some game loops on top of it. So you have a survival loop, which is pretty hard.
you don't need to intro and outro every 3 videos.
Some basic survival mechanics, and it's a game against yourself more than anything else, and kind of the decisions you make. Then we also have just objective survive, which is just see how long you can last.
Has this
in the
PlayerUnknown
world,
dude
and,
done
free
other
roam
stuff
for
besides
those that just like
PUBG?
to hike. The differentiator, or the thing that makes a difference, is that we can generate.
Is it a guy?
essentially infinite maps,
Or is
of
it a team?
8x8 scale. Like, we have a map editor in the game and stuff like that, but we want to be able to give you the ability to give a deep link to someone, so I can just send you like a HTTP link.
Or is this like a big deal because they're making a
follow-up
follow-up to something?
And I can share stuff I've built with you.
Too much
with
new
just a
toys.
link.
Welcome in, homie.
So it's kind of Go Wayback is just, it's a technological experiment that, or proving
It's unknown.
some
that makes
technology we've
a lot of
developed.
sense.
It's
I'd like to
no longer
apologize for
experimental
asking
production, so it
questions that
works.
have no answers.
But
Where do we
it's
go when we
also
die?
Going back to my love of survival games and those kind of emergent.
PlayerUnknown's
I'm not
beers.
giving anyone
Now
missions
that-
to do. It's just get there, and how you get there is fully up to you. Basically, if you play the same seed, you get the same weather. I'm pretty sure you get the same cabin layout, and you maybe get the same loot. So you and 4 friends could technically race to the weather tower, and so you gets there first because you have the same conditions. And while we don't have multiplayer yet, you have this kind of asynchronous multiplayer that, as long as you can share the seed with people. And I thought, wouldn't that be a cool?
Who up sharing seed with
thing
people
for
right now?
events Where you have 16
One's in
streamers
chat.
and see how long they can survive in objective survive mode, right?
You're sharing
Or
seed in
see
any
who
way.
can race to the weather tower quickest, or we can set up the weather just to get progressively colder and see who lasts the longest. There's a weather tower on top of one of the higher points on the map. It's generally
Here's where my
the side
seed.
of the map. We
As
do
one
have
does.
prompts now that tell you what
Ones,
to do in the
ones.
world. But yeah, there's some simple survival mechanics. Keep yourself warm.
I guess
keep
on a
yourself
Schofield
dry,
game, this is,
light
oh my
fires, blow up
god.
windows, keep
You're
your body at a good
right.
temperature,
It's,
get across the map. And we don't tell you where you are on the map, except when you find a new map in the world.
What was that a spin-off of? It wasn't PUBG, was it?
You're left for basic navigation. It's
The
kind of
Callisto
set in the
Protocol?
80s,
Was
so
it?
You don't have digital GPS, stuff like that. I want to make sure that the worlds we're generating have enough depth that when we add story and mission and quest-based content, that the worlds feel like coherent and real enough that it makes sense.
Wow.
Like I want to have pathing. I
you
want to
challenge me
have
for you, I'll
infrastructure,
succeed,
like,
correct.
telephone lines, this kind of stuff. So the cabins aren't
And
just
the second
random
game in the
cabins
Callisto
forest,
Protocol
but there
universe,
seems to be
redacted.
some,
Holy
like,
fuck,
you know,
FWC,
logical
welcome in,
placement of
and
stuff
good
in the
call.
world.
I also remember,
And
I
once
think
we
it's
have those
on
in, then
video.
we can more easily go, well, okay,
When they
we need
announced
to connect
redacted, I
all
thought that
the
game didn't have a title
substations
yet.
to,
Maybe that was the
bring
joke and
power
that's
to
the
weather
idea,
tower so
but
you
I thought
can
that it would
get a
eventually
message or go and
have
do
its name
various
revealed, and
things.
it would be
Right
like
now,
the
there's a bunch of
Ballisto
cabins,
fucking
and there's survival mechanics, but we want to add
bingo
a
bong,
lot more
you know what I
depth
mean?
to the environment. Preface is a tech demo. That I always
But
said I
instead,
wanted
the
to
game
release
is
a
just
tech
called
demo
Redacted. It's got to be
of
one of the
engine
worst
we're building
ideas
and some
ever
prefaces. And the kind of
for a
poetic
name.
thing is that my last game
One of
will
many
be
reasons it failed.
preface, because it'll just be a visualization of what's possible with our engine at that time. And it's more like Minecraft Survival, that it's an example of what you can do with the engine, and it'll be open source.
I can't
free
tell you
for
the name 'cause
everyone,
it's been
so
redacted.
You can do whatever you want. So having this kind
I'm
of
not playing
digital
4D
space,
chess with
like
Glenn
internet in 3D,
Schofield.
I don't
Thank
see
you.
anyone working towards that.
I'm
I
not
see
fucking-
small bubbles,
I will
but I
not
don't
be
see
having
anyone
these
really trying to do
conversations.
Earth-scale terrain with millions of
Dude will
people.
crunch
And
me
that's
into
kind of the
oblivion.
bigger goal,
Well, maybe
and
he
that's
works
what we
nights
built it down to
and
3
weekends.
games. The aim is that you should be able to do anything from
And say
10
we
by
liked
10
it.
to 100 by 100 with 5v5 or 100v100 relatively easily.
Like not to give
and
a
not
shit
have
about
any
the law.
problems. We will build maybe an Earth-scale terrain,
Can't
maybe
say that, but-
smaller,
yeah.
with hopefully a network layer that supports millions of people. That will be kind of a survival.
Sexy welcome in.
civilization
Can't wait for that new
MMO
game,
type thing.
Bingo
But again,
Bonker.
That's just one layer of the world. Like I want you to be able to just jump around.
Callisto
the world and
Bingo
see
Bong's
what's
gonna be
happening,
fucking
because
crazy.
You should be able to, like, I think
Schofield,
if you
hit me
wanna
up. I actually do wanna
interact
speak with you.
The world, there should be a layer of survival you have to do, or a layer of gameplay in order to kind of leave your impression on the world.
Did he twitch it? I don't think that's a thing.
Quebec Charlie to Quebec Romeo Fox. We got your location.
I don't know about that game. I didn't see anything that was like, damn, I gotta run through those snowy fields and get to that watchtower. You know what I mean? But maybe in execution, it's fun. This is an extraction shooter. That sounds right. Honestly, first to market on extraction shooter, but scary though. That might be good for them. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, you ever heard that music they play in Cyberpunk? Do it like that, but different, kinda. And worse. Not worse, not worse, I'm sorry. Just different. Able to a zombie must have been tough, for sure. He was doing everything he could to fucking shake that thing up. Enter, secure, extract. Beautiful light. Beautiful light's not a bad name.
In a world where pixels were once only 2D, now there's 3D.
Oh, I'm just with you. I'm Dominic John, the
Hold on, I got
dev
it.
behind Project Shadowglass, a 3D pixelated RPG that's a love letter to classic immersive sims like Thief and System Shock. This video is a series of prototype rooms that I've been working on some of the core systems
Interesting.
in. No
Not my
art,
type of game.
No assets will be.
I know
generated
enough
by
to know that I
AI.
don't
This is
like
all human-made,
Thief.
hand-placed, made by me and artists like
System
me, which we
Shock.
love.
I don't like Deus Ex. I'm not an early days of immersive sim guy. .3D pixels but no voxels. Gun to my head. the difference between a 3D pixel and a voxel.
If you have headphones, I would highly suggest
Was no
all
difference
the audio
prior to
in Project
reading that
Shadowglass
message
is going to be 3D
14 seconds
and
ago.
not just 3D but simulated. The music emanating from this orb is going into the left ear and the right ear, but as I change the size of the space, you can hear the character of the sounds change.
Very cool. I don't know if that's the first time that's ever happened in a video game. I in fact doubt it is, but it's the first time it's been brought to my attention.
We can still hear it coming from the opening.
Ray traced audio reflections is cool as fuck. I wish he was laying in bed with me. 2D pixel art layered into a 3D space. That might make sense.
I actually launched the Shadowglass Discord today, so if you have any ideas or suggestions or just want to follow
You know what? I got you, dog.
feel free to wishlist Project Shadowglass on Steam.
Get on
Hope
in
you
there,
enjoyed this sneak
gamers.
peek on how things are coming along. Thank
You
you
had
so
your chance.
much, all the crew at New Game Plus for having
had your
me.
chance.
Be well, my friends.
Like, I wish he was. Yeah, I get it.
To start with,
It's interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Prologue, Go Way Back, another
All right,
survival
timer
game
start,
that
timer
we're
start,
talking-
timer start,
it's a
timer
bare
start,
bones survival
timer
game
start.
Where there is no common
Timer.
enemy, your enemy is
Start.
the elements, where you just have to try and survive and make it to that point. So if you guys don't know Brennan Green, he not only was behind the Battle Royale mode of H1Z1,
I get the
which we
idea.
talked a long time about, he was also the creator of PUBG. So people have
But
a lot
you're
of faith in him and what
drastically
he calls his 10-year plan.
overestimating
And he
a
talks about
couple
his ultimate
really
goal being
important
he wants
factors.
1 million players on a server. He wants the internet
About
to be made
modern
3D,
audiences.
and for all of us to
Number
actually
one,
truly be able to play
we're
together,
idiots.
which I know is a crazy transition from
Number
us
two,
talking about a survival game.
Player survival game?
Like we want
We love
cover their survival game because
big
I love
bursts
survival games, and they're going to be branching out
of
on this game for the
content.
next few years until they have multiplayer, until they have weapons, and they have
Destiny's going well with that.
PvE
Oh my
and animals
god,
to
dude.
fight against, but it's also part of a much
Also,
bigger
a story. He mentioned that they will be adding also a story. To
They
the
should go
game.
back. They should call
That's got to be like the most
the
ambitious,
next Destiny.
one of the most ambitious projects out
Destiny
there
again.
right now. Yeah, I mean, it's
They
crazy.
fucked that up bad.
Is that he's like, yeah, I want like millions of players to be playing together.
And then
on
everybody
multiplayer
was like, "That seems like a good idea. We should all do that." And they put Counter-Strike 2 and fucking
No one's done that yet.
Overwatch
Next game
2.
we talked about was Beautiful Light by Deep Worlds SA. That's a PvPvE tactical extraction shooter. There are 6 3-person squads, and there's also a lot of anomalies and monsters.
How many
and stuff that
squads
we
are
saw.
usually dumped into an extraction shooter?
Looks like I'm gonna be scared.
Yeah, it looks very scary.
And that seems small. In my head, it's like
he has
100.
the sort of Pip-Boy looking
6
thing.
3-person
Speaking of
things.
big words. I
24
actually looked
fucking
up what
18
that's
people?
called. It's called diegetic UI.
Fuck is an extraction shooter?
Diegetic.
It's
That word.
Escape from Tarkov and Marathon.
Games like this especially because it's
And
like
Arc
hyper
Raiders.
immersive. There's no UI popping up being like, oh,
Where you get dumped into a fucking space and you try to get
you're
loot
in
and
the
get the fuck
moment,
out.
You're in the game. Listen around you. Look
Yeah,
at the
Shay's
thing
got
on
it.
the character itself. I love that.
So you can play
Hunt
as
Showdown
a
is
monster,
12 total players
or
per
as
match?
or as the
12?
soldier. Is there controller support?
I don't know. Great question.
Duality, she just threw up in her mouth.
Interesting.
I have nothing against controllers, but I believe there's a right time for mouse and keyboard and a right time for keyboards. And he believes that the right time for a controller is when you're playing shooter.
Well, of extracting
games.
mine
It's
shooters.
obviously
Asking the
better
real
than
fucking
mouse and
questions.
keyboard. It's better for
2
him,
months, they're welcome in.
but not for him.
Is no one else gonna say anything about Jake Math? No, I got there. I said 24 and then I went to 18. I fucked it up.
A patently insane thing to say.
Yeah,
I got my multiplication tables confused, but I'm pretty good at them.
This is Star
At least 1 through
Studios.
12.
It's an immersive sim. We've all seen it. I think it went viral from that AI post. There was like an AI post that looked just like it, and then he was like, "I'm making a game like this. It's not AI."
I looked up the video because he has a YouTube channel where you can actually see kind of behind the scenes. And when that clip of
Weird
the AI
Jake
generated art
shooters.
went viral, he saw it and thought like,
Did you have to do the
"I didn't
clock
think
thing
anybody wanted
too?
this." I was just like, it was a fun side project. And then
No, we didn't
he
have a
saw people
clock, but
wanted
we
it,
had
thought
like
it was
a
awesome, and he put it out, but it's real.
Mad. They called it Mad something. Mad Matthews, Mad Multis or something like that. When I was in 4th grade,
Feels like,
we
the
couldn't
game is
leave
still
4th grade.
like,
without
what it wants
learning
to
our
be.
multiplication
Like,
tables,
he's
memorizing them.
working on the
So we had
graphics,
these
the
like
basics,
things,
the
they were like
music,
these long
and
strips of paper,
as, like, they have a
right?
bow and an
And they
arrow,
had,
and hopefully as they work on the
you had the
project,
fucking
they
1s through the 12s.
they start
So you'd
feeling what
grab
it will grow to
fucking
be, what kind of
7,
game it will
right?
develop
And every
itself
single
into.
fucking
my
day,
understanding is
you
right
would
now
throw
it is
yourself at
just
7.
Project
So you just take
Shadowglass,
it, it's
and
right side down, and they go, all right, and start.
video game, but
And then
right
you
now
flip your
it's just
paper, and it's
proof
got
of
like a
concept,
dozen
the art works, the
multiplication
crazy math
problems.
behind it
7
works,
times
and,
fucking
like,
2, 14, 7
grow
times
to a
8,
game, but
56.
it's
And you have to
certainly
fucking blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he seems
Smack
like
them all down, and you only have 60 seconds or something like that to, or 30 seconds maybe, to complete all the problems. I forget how many problems there were, and I forget how many seconds you got.
Explains and shows you some concepts that you
But I smashed all those.
out of a game with that artwork or that design.
And then
you said the R6
I think there was like advanced ones too, because I remember doing like the 1 through 3s and the fucking 4s through 6s where there were different fucking bombos too.
That clip that went viral, I remember seeing it. I was like, wow, that looks incredible. Like walking up to the
Smart.
castle.
These guys kiss.
Section, we
Excellent
have
question.
three
Probably
what I would
sometimes.
consider kind of sci-fi games a little bit, but we have Aphelion from Don't Nod, which we have an incredible look behind the
We've
scenes.
seen
of the
Aphelion,
music from the
right?
composer themselves, as well as the Expanse Osiris Reborn from Owlcat. If you're familiar with the Expanse, super exciting, and also Distant Shores.
And people have been hyped off this Expanse shit for sure. Oh, Distant Shores. Is that the one that I have on the docket, chat? The one that kind of looks like Subnautica but not scary? You guys know what I'm talking about?
My name is Amin Bouafa. I'm a film music composer, and I am the composer for Aphelion, the video game. I remember having a message from Talal saying that he loved.
No, I'm thinking of Tides of Tomorrow.
They are working
I
on
believe.
a new video game, and inviting me to come to the
Oh,
studio.
not playing our games. Well, distancing these shores so fucking real. Barbs, welcome in my Barbs.
How the music would be interactive.
Barbs, are we locked in for Sunday? I think I said that we're locked in publicly.
With models, with stems, with
Hopefully,
separating the different elements.
his name is
At the same
anime.
time,
His
how
interests
the
are
music, how
live
the-
action
the
film.
structure of the music would be
Thoughts and
an
opinions?
evolving structure. It was very important for me first to have the story of Ariane and Thomas.
Yes, I'm feeling sick on Monday.
logline is the
Let's
story,
go.
both of
Chat,
them.
we
So
got
there is a
shit
theme
coming up.
that conveys this
Tomorrow,
emotional
Dragon Quest.
relationship,
Sunday night, Golden Globes with my Barbs.
aspect of the music. I mean,
We love this shit.
For me, it was very important first to feel the cold in the music, to feel the wind, to feel the ice. It's an instrument that had been invented by the Bachet brothers in the mid 20th
Saying
century.
you'll have shit coming up,
For
correct.
me, it looks like an
Correct,
alien
correct.
instrument. When you see it, cannot even predict that it's a musical instrument. To play the instrument, you need to get your hands in water, and then rub crystal buttons that are.
This is a
in this
crazy instrument I'm seeing right now.
little structure.
Shay, can you play this?
Convey this frozen.
You have to wet your
identity of the
hands
score, at the same
and rub the
time
crystals. Are you
having,
ready for this instrument?
This magical sense of in the score.
Is this the one that can cut you? I don't know, maybe. Is this Aphelion? Yeah, I believe so.
There is a sacred feeling also to this planet. It's a huge planet, but I wanted to get this huge instrument and that it could also play very soft. The organ has a lot of sounds. It could be very soft, it could be very aggressive, it could be large, it could be intimate. For me, it's the planet. The planet.
Every instrument should make you bleed when you
very
play them.
welcoming and suddenly very.
There's some that can,
how
for
to
sure.
say, very dangerous.
Any string instrument is
Very
liable to
sacred at
fucking
the
fuck
same
you up.
time. So I thought that the organ could give this majestuous feeling to the score.
Piano that just like slaps you in the shin when you fuck up. From your bloody tuba.
I'm so happy to write the music for Aphelion. It's the first time for me to write a video game score, And
These
it's,
segments are
a
really
lot of
good.
fun
Like
and a lot of
any kind of
passion.
behind the scenes stuff. That's why I'm gonna be so hot. You guys are gonna hear me fucking glaze the fuck out of the Xbox Developer Direct, which, by the way, we haven't talked about that. January 22nd, locked in, 4 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Guaranteed looks at fucking Fable and Forza and that Game Freak game that's not Pokemon. Good box art, good key art for that. That light blue with the splash of red. Potential smoke to go so hard, I don't know. There was a game earlier imitating that sound, and it sounded not close to as good. The rumor is that Kiln is the 4th game. I feel like there's gonna be 6 games. There's been no less than 5 games at any of those. And I think the first one was 5 games, the second and third were 6 games each. Maybe. 5 games?
How he can express himself in combat. So he might
I need, dude, I've been fucking theorizing Kiln for so long. I'm so fucking ready for Kiln.
As we designed those playstyles, we thought how to mix it up a bit.
Fallout, it's not impossible.
To experiment with what he encounters during the game. So, for example,
Double Fine before Life is Strange.
Shoulder cannon, as we
Oh my god, there was that Life is Strange leak yesterday, chat. Did you guys see that?
He might want to experiment with that.
It's extremely legit.
It fits the universe.
We're just trying to get me to watch the Expanse no less than 3 times, and I fail to every time. People that love it swear by it. Leviticus, welcome in, homie. Reunion, yeah. If that shit is true, I'm so amped off of Life is Strange this year.
Kinda gently guides you towards the
Straight up
direction of
Max and Chloe Life is Strange game.
At some point, the player will need to commit to his choices.
I assume that the end announced was E-Day in the second part of their June showcase.
If you just can switch everything on the fly, that kinda
They do always have that Xbox showcase followed by the Call of Duty fucking
particular guns, particular
Jamboree, or the Outer Wilds 2, Outer Worlds 2 showcase.
Time to experiment, but you will need to commit. During the character
I think the first time they did it was the Starfield one, years back.
3 major factions, your origin, so you will be either Belter or
yeah, either way, this is easily, just Playground's 2 games are such big fucking Xbox franchises compared to previous years' games that have been showcased for the developer underscore direct.
You will have your sibling with the same, like, identical one. They will look
very excited. Seems like this thing's really moving to the forefront here.
Have their own personality. These events.
I'm very amped off of Forza 6 as well.
Books, I think you will start on.
I think that'll be really fun with chat.
Basically, the events from a different angle, and this part will be to some degree.
Like, have you really watched it, or are you just saying the kind of thing that you would say about a sci-fi show that doesn't grab viewers at first?
In the universe, and they have their own background, consisting of they have
I'm inclined to guess the latter.
They have some background story, their own struggles. All this stuff will how they perceive the situations player encounters. So
did they announce where Forza 6 is? Yeah, heavily implied Tokyo or Japan in that trailer.
They might provide you some assistance or maybe even some crucial
to the point of it's guaranteed. I think it is confirmed in that teaser.
Maybe, of course, they will have their own stories, their own.
Which I think could fucking.
You can choose to help them.
I think that could be like the key art of Forza 6 is gonna go so fucking crazy.
The choices you make for those companions also will matter in long term.
Yep, some of them will have romances, and you can see on our background.
Yeah, you're right. So the art that we have right now is this, I believe.
But there will definitely be romance in our game.
It's a small crew on the small ship.
This is just a mock-up, but this is not real. This is not official. But if we get something like this as the Forza Horizon 6 key art, I think that game could be fucking massive. Like, it literally matters that much what the key art of the next Forza looks like. But if they really nail it,
few classes of weapons that you can use, and mostly you do it from the covers.
Some random mountain. Yeah. I have to drive up and destroy a Buddhist temple.
The
Fuck.
second layer of the combat system,
you know it's coming. I wonder if they emphasize any kind of like Tokyo street racing neon shit though. That could be a fucking real banger for that key art as well. Something that's more underground seeming.
Maybe a protective drone, and a lot of gadgets that you can choose from depending on your play style. And as Julia mentioned, there are some play styles that are mostly focused on using your gadgets rather than using
like
your
this.
weapons.
So many people have done little fucking like Forza 6 mock-ups. This is so funny.
Obviously your companions.
Oh come on, man.
They have their
Oh come on, man.
Combat. They have what we call combat opportunities.
All right.
It's a
Transform.
when you can
fucking fit to screen, you son of a bitch.
An exploit in the arena, in the environment to gain a certain advantage in combat. We decided against you know the
gonna look great in my digital library
part of the survival stuff. So you won't be
for sure,
your
but it'll be in so many fucking thumbnails.
To recycle before it dries out, nothing like that. But still, the Expanse is very dangerous. So in terms of narrative, the survival will be a part of the game. You will have a tremendous enemy. You will have a lot of very dangerous situations that you will have to get out somehow. There will be a lot of survival in terms of your player experience, just not as a particular mechanic. You will be able
to makes no sense. Hey man, listen to that.
We'll be able to visit various planets. We mentioned it before that we have Luna, Mars, Ceres, Io, and some other.
Whoever pays the most, yeah, probably.
And some of those places will be like major social hubs where you can just walk.
Imagine they get like fucking someone that makes no sense for Forza. They get like
shop, for better equipment and stuff like that. So
Volkswagen.
You will have plenty of places to go and to visit and to look at.
Chevrolet.
The Expanse universe is cruel.
Oh, yeah, they got cars. Everyone's got cars these days.
Might die because of your choices. Stay tuned for more.
Hyundai.
We'll show more very soon. Have something cooking. I hope you will like it.
Watch the full interview at.
We trust your flight was smooth. We have landed you on the outskirts of Genyak Island. Stay alert.
Hey, Aaron, it's Thomas. You know, your brother. You said you would visit me here, but you never did.
You know, your brother.
Bygones be bygones. Just find me in the West Zone. I'll be waiting.
Ooh, hold on. I like this now.
Sometimes I dream about what's under the ocean. A distant shore.
Ooh.
Waiting to be explored.
Some good first-person psychic abilities, or third-person. Like, I'm so surprised that we haven't used like the Star Wars Force Unleashed or the PsyOps style like Force Grip in more video games. Taking shit and just fucking throwing it goes crazy. Oh, I love this is like platforming and shit. Hold on, this is really fucking interesting to me. This is like Mirror's Edge kinda. Yo, this is really going up on my most anticipated list. I just want to run around and jump from thing to thing and move things with my hands and brain. This is my kind of jam. Post-apocalyptic Mirror's Edge, but I'm a psychic. Easy. I'm in day one. That's crazy. Only up Earthbender is very good. You think you're gonna have a gun? Chat, will we see the main character hold a gun in this game by the end of this trailer? 0 for no, 1 for yes. I hope 0. I think we're gonna see one gun, but it won't shoot bullets. It'll do something different. It's either a grapple or like a gravity or like a... Will Jake be holding his hog by the end of this trailer? What if the answer was already established? N7, welcome in. Yeah, man, this is so cool. I just want to bend metal and use my sweet, sweet mind to create solutions to traversal problems. Oh no, don't be spooky. Some sort of festival of blood. What is this? Infamous Mirror's Edge is such a good call. It is like Infamous mixed with Mirror's Edge. Actual origin story, N7, very good. Great to have a crosshair in there, trailer. Yeah, I like that as well. All Minds, welcome in, homie. What have you missed? These are the games we've seen so far. Good to see you, King. We're watching this game that is Distant Shores, I think, and it's really sick. This is my game of the show right now. Bretagne? What the fuck is that subtitle?
Let's start with Aphelion.
My understanding is it's a dual protagonist game, so you'll actually be swapping.
Just fucking call it Distant Shores. Distant Shores is a great name.
Parts where you're separated, parts where maybe you're together, working together.
That's a city in France.
There's so much potential for stories like that. The dual
The Nile is a fucking river in Egypt, dude.
You know it's going to be an emotional game, especially when they.
Doesn't mean it's in my goddamn game subtitle.
I feel like music is a tool to catalyst emotions, so it's definitely something that
we were actually talking about that earlier today. Music and video, and not just video games, and art in general. And
oh, hold on, let me get back in position here.
It changes everything.
From a game being a
good game to a
memorable game, a game that will stick with you in a long time. So.
Well, and Donut has a pretty storied background when it comes to narrative games, whether it's like Life is Strange or like one of my old school favorites, Vampire. Like they tried different stuff, weird stuff even sometimes, and so this is exciting to see them doing something
They were
different.
using the super alien music instrument, so...
Yeah. What was it called? Is that
a crystal bachette?
Crystal bachette.
Oh, you're talking about the hand wedding one?
Yeah.
You're really into this hand wedding. That's like the only
I
thing
kind
you
of want to
support.
try it, honestly.
I mean,
Hold.
How do you discover that technique?
Take on the couch. I'm trying to get in position. All right, that's pretty good.
that this is an
tilt my
award-winning
head.
composer of the Summit of the Gods as well. So what I find super impressive is just, I feel like people sleep on music so much in games, and then you see behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, love
this
Summit of the Gods.
Entire, like, they're in a famous church in Paris playing the organ.
Actually has been a blast to see video game music evolve during the years. Like, video games has some great music, like...
It's one of those things when it's
Love
working,
video game music.
Like a lot of time you don't think about it. When
Oh,
music
love
is
it.
really good,
Oh,
in a
you're
game,
thinking
you
about?
don't really think about it. But then when it's exceptional, like an Expedition or like the Witcher vibes, you know, then you really remember it. But a lot of the games you play, you probably don't look up the soundtrack, even though the game is pretty good, you know?
Ironically, my
Drat.
Spotify rap this year was like mostly video game scores. I think there's often correlation though whenever a developer
I listen to them on my way to do fucking who knows what crimes.
It reflects in every other. I mean, think about it. All the games that have, like, you think about the games with the best scores ever, like you just said, The Witcher 3 or whatever. I mean, it correlates to everything else. Every other aspect of the game, they take it seriously. So.
Another sci-fi game that is probably one of the most anticipated sci-fi games for a very long time is The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, which is from Owlcat as well. It is a third-person action RPG, obviously set in the Expanse universe.
The Expanse is a book and a show, so they're taking inspiration
Love books,
from
love
both,
shows.
But at the same time, it doesn't require previous knowledge of either for you to be able to enjoy this. In this game, you're going to be living more or less through what happens in the show. However,
no.
from a different
I gotta get back to where I was. Where were we? Does that look right? Oh no, that's off. That's off.
Environment that you got to make your own choices.
I think an important thing to frame all of the Expanse game with is that coming from Owlcat, they are a studio that did like Rogue Trader, for example. Their bread and butter is intense, gritty narratives with unbelievable levels of roleplay depth and choice and consequence, complex systems that interweave. And so seeing them go into this, which is of course a third.
One time I won Expanse Season 2 on D&D for completing an escape room. I had not seen Season 1. Did you have to go back and get Season 1?
And I asked him about that in our interview and was like, how did this happen? Because typically they do sort of an isometric.
Jeff Bezos' escape room.
When we decided we wanted to tackle the Expanse, it just...
Hey. We've got a ton of Expanse Season 1
DVDs. They tackled, and they're doing a phenomenal game.
How do we move these things?
Beautiful.
We need to gift a lot of people some free Expanse Season 2 DVDs.
It's more like Mass Effect.
Urge to complete the collection comes in. Oh, chat, I gotta show you this. Look what I got. This is a...
some of the stuff you do. They'll get upset or...
I think this is actually like...
They'll have their own opinions, and
I'm not gonna say it's illegal, but probably frowned upon, but I ordered this.
Choices in the game. They're not
Well, that's focused really well.
What you just said to them,
this is called
seriously affect this thing over here.
an all amiibo, and it's basically like an NFC tag emulator that's loaded with every single amiibo's NFC identity. So you can just select like Zelda Ocarina of Time Link and then click it to your fucking controller, and you now have the functionality of that amiibo, which I snagged from
we've seen versions of it before,
AliExpress for dirt cheap.
We've heard Half-Life, we've heard Portal. I thought of Only Up during some
Am
parts.
It mirrors Edge a little bit with like the parkouring, moving stuff.
But this is gonna be clutch for Animal Crossing in a few days. When I want those Splatoon villagers, and I don't have any fucking Splatoon amiibo and shit like that.
The boss? Oh yeah, not happening.
Well, and I think it's also really cool that they have boss mechanics, because like you can tell it started with the idea of using magnets to like manipulate.
Excited for that, because dude, I'll be so mad if they're like, scan your Tears of the Kingdom Toolin emote for Toolin to move in. I'll be like, my fucking what? I'm sorry.
So there is more to
I'm a normal human. I fear I don't own a Toolin emote. Amiibo.
Just a puzzle game, like just a narrative behind it.
Exactly. Like they could have just stopped with puzzle game. I think a lot of
I miss
people
anything cool? You missed, to me, the coolest game that we've seen so far. It's called Distant Shores. This word.
Like you said, that's really cool.
I think it's one to keep an eye on. Yeah.
Really fucking cool shit. Avowed? Grounded.
Two very exciting updates coming from Obsidian, that being some updates for Avowed as well as Grounded 2. We also got exclusive time with them.
Interesting.
And had some interviews which were very exciting.
Dude, I wonder if we're gonna get anything sweet for Avowed for DLC ever. I think no, right? This is just gonna be like fucking New Game Plus. That looked cool. I loved Avowed.
Obsidian first person.
My top 10 games of the year last year.
The Pillars of Eternity, where the player plays as an envoy sent by the Emperor of Adir to the Living Lands to investigate a mysterious
Blue Garrus's holes. We added sex to Avowed, which ironically sounds like a meme and a joke, but people would really like that.
Do things that affect it in positive ways, negative
Avowed
ways.
2 and Pillars 67 is very good. 10 games came out last year, yeah. Somehow.
On it, like we've gotten a bunch of abilities added to the
Was commuting home? Yeah, dude. There's this game called Distant Shores, which is like a psychic Mirror's Edge. The one furry companion is so horny. Oh my god. I did not like that character very much.
Improvements there, gear improvements, and as well as bug fixes and crash fixes.
And you can play now as the different species.
Yeah, we've added different species. All the Amauin, Orlins, and Dwarves are now playable.
You can play as those little fucking blue dudes from the beginning. Yo.
Player community, so we work, really closely.
I'm interested in that.
Management team. We get like
that's cool as fuck.
Kind of see what the things that are bubbling to the top. Like an example.
We've been doing a lot of shorty playthroughs. Maybe we need a fucking freak playthrough.
We wanted to feel like more like a wizard, right? That kind of wizardy vibe, as well as playing as Orlins. Like I think players just were bummed that we didn't include that in the base
Fuck,
game.
I liked that
really
game.
Comes down to like the time and what the community wants, and that's
Poor
kind
old
of how we
Creamstress too, yeah.
to go about it. Yeah.
We notice like players really role play their characters in the game, so we always want to give them as many options as we can to like customize their features or character.
Yeah, change my chin properties. This guy looks cursed as fuck. We gotta play this.
As they journey through the story, we just
Was Salad Dodger a shorty? Yeah.
As many possible options as they can to really make the character
shorty of a certain caliber, I guess.
and just make it just their
I'll
own.
be honest.
Stuff like
There's very few very like homely looking people in the world. I fear Salad Dodger was one of them.
It's a lot of work.
As a shorty, you must look at least acceptable.
To really nail down, especially Avowed with its parkour systems and its combat mechanics and all the weapon types and stuff like that in the game. Our different races are different.
Even her
sizes,
fucking
they're
purest form,
different shapes. They're
Salad Dodger was tough to look at.
Unique game experience.
One quest was bugged and I couldn't complete it. Sanford. Same.
So
my
it was
fucking like
something new to
episodes
wrangle
2, 3, and 4 of my playthrough. I am so fucking mad the entire time. I'm trying to go to this quest marker in this city on my fucking map, and I'm just like standing on this wall, like where the fuck
It should
is
be a
it?
whole new way to play the game if you pick an oral.
And it was just bugged,
feel
and I couldn't continue.
in the world.
We had to go around and then come back to it, but we were able to.
Or first person, it changes it again, how you feel and present in this game. So it's pretty awesome that we can finally bring that.
New Game Plus allows the player to bring over all their abilities, all their
Game killer for every game, for sure.
It does reset it back to level 1, so it's not like you're just outright OP basically, but you know, you'll have the end game gear with all its like enchants to be able to just start the new game, as well as we have like modifiers on enemies that kind of
How do you get that
either
bear?
make them more resistant to some of the elemental types, or modifiers that make them more resistance to being stun locked or hit reacted. And that kind of gets sprinkled in kind of somewhat randomly throughout that New Game Plus experience to kind of get that added challenge, but also let the player still feel somewhat.
It's a
like
spell. I'm such a one-trick pony though, because I'm like, man, I could do a cool like different fucking role and play this game with a cool build, and then I look at it and I get in there, I'm like, would be pretty cool to swing my swords fast though, huh? Chopping up again on my fucking second playthrough, doing the exact same thing I did the time before, having the time of my life.
Depending which way you're going.
We're super excited to announce that Avowed's finally going to come out to PS5. Pre-orders are going to be live today. Keep an eye out on our socials, and we'll announce when the store page is open.
Live today, Avowed, PS5. Dude, I played Grounded 2 only for like the week or two that it came out. Loved it. Once again, my experience with Grounded 1, fantastic. Would love to figure out. One of my goals for this year is to fucking get a long-form crafting survival multiplayer stream thing going with a couple other streamers. Not like a one thing, like I need like a dozen episodes of Grounded over like a 3-month period type of thing, or a game of that nature. That we're like actually building something, working towards something, and like progressing in a game like this. And I think that could go fucking hard. Please DM if interested.
Updates planned for the park. This is the first big content update that we have. We've been calling it the winter update. It's really about adding in this next big chunk to the park, and that comes with a lot of things that are very, very exciting for us. With this winter update, which is the community garden, is attached right to that early picnic.
I pick it up for PS5. What did you play it on the first time? PC, Colons?
Behind the gigantic statue of Tully and Burgle. This was our opportunity to really start delving into a brand new biome.
I commit. I love to hear it. That's what I'm talking about.
You've got
that's what I'm talking about.
You've got a greenhouse, and you've got a pumpkin patch. All of
Series S. That's right. I forgot you grabbed the Series S last year.
Different types of artwork and places for the player to explore.
Is the interviewing running late to go to a hockey game?
Go in these areas too, and so a ton of new insects that are in there.
Look at this little blue guy.
I love to say, all of these insects, you can fight. Maybe they're docile and you can attack them. Many of them are aggressive and will attack you. And regardless, you fight them, learn their tactics, and then eventually turn them into fashionable attire and new weapons.
Going to a new biome, a new area in the park allows us to fully lean into what makes the park unique from the backyard. And for us, that means that mixture of really organic structures as well as that man-made touch, that this was designed by humans at human level.
Wasps are coming back, which are a lot of fun to fight, but can be kind of annoying. Again, this is a survival game, so
a hockey jersey during the interview.
Coming back. Black ants are also coming back too, and like with both of those, you get sets of armor and different weapons that you can craft after you.
But I get it. I do the listen. If I was interviewing fucking,
we're more excited about the new creatures.
Okay, that is actually very funny. But if I was interviewing these guys, I would be wearing the same. I'd be wearing what I'm wearing right fucking now.
Is
My stream
big.
uniform.
Again, this is the size of a large bus, probably. It has some very unique attack combinations that are a lot of fun. It can also, of course, jump very, very far. It has its own armor sets. It has its own weapon or weapons.
No pants interview. No need.
Based upon it. And then the same thing for...
None of these guys are wearing pants right now.
Different types of
Guy on the bottom
earwigs.
left looks a little bit like Jason
Earwig and a
Isaacs.
melee earwig that tend to travel around.
Look
together
upon him
to work the player with their
next time and think Jason Isaacs.
opportunities. Again, you can turn those into armor. Of course, turn them into your.
I'm
your
so
base
right about this.
You can turn them into weapons, and we think they'll offer some.
217. Oh, that's a really fucking fast turnaround. We knew that was coming, I believe.
Players to be excited to see these creatures again, but also to be surprised and delighted by the changes. You know, just like we did in the picnic area, we've revamped the combat. So that means even looking at the old legacy creatures and going, okay, how do we make them a part of the system? How do we make them challenging in this new dance? How can we leverage our systems to make them more interesting? And so hopefully there's a couple of twists.
You guys see it, right?
Old favorites that will keep veteran players on their toes and will surprise and delight new players.
We have a brand new buggy, the Ladybug buggy.
2 out of 17
which
but
you'll
gold.
be able to get and raise and hatch, and then ride around in the yard. And we're pretty
Oh
excited
yeah,
about
I
it.
never got a
Like,
fucking
I
mount
think
when we
all of it is
played
coming
this
together
in early access earlier.
I think every single
Last
grounded
year.
player from Grounded 1 at some point jumped on the Ladybug and let it transport them around, and we often joke that that was the original buggy prototype. And there's something so iconic about the Ladybug and getting on it and wanting to ride it that it
King
felt
of New
like
England has returned. Happy Thursday, gamers. Friendship, welcome back.
don't want it to just be
Good to see you.
just a horse.
We're here in Maine.
It really boiled down to
I'm looking at my setup and I'm like, I have so much space in here, and I think my setup up here looks worse than my setup when I'm in the fucking guest bedroom in Florida. So I want to figure that out over the next few months. I think we can get this looking a little slicker. I just got a lot of shit.
She's, you know, the one who can get into those really tough fights and withstand those large.
It does, yeah, I'm telling you. I think like the splash of color in the back goes a long way, and the ship behind me is too far away to have impact. I need to add
That
depth.
ended up, you know, providing a ton of
I have
gameplay,
depth,
opportunities,
but
and
it's not
really
used
unique
right.
Experience. Being able to shoot down the aerial
Yeah, cool stuff not displayed in a good way, yeah.
challenging and a bit more.
I gotta move some
frustrating for
shit.
players. Well, now you have this, you know, ranged weapon that you can take them down.
I think
with
what's-
that feels super satisfying, almost like an anti-air gun.
I have this
For us,
room
as soon as we crack that, it felt
organized
like,
for
okay, there she is, that's
function
her niche, and now
when
it's
it doesn't
about
need to
bringing
be.
that experience to life.
It should be
Finding
organized for
moments
form.
in the garden experience to really highlight that and let that shine for the player.
Light in the background, yeah.
Avowed, great interview.
I'm
You
also
did
just so
there.
fucking
We see
lazy.
Now that we have New Game Plus coming, photo mode.
I need to get that all set to one touch.
Appearance. There's new character presets. You got new races, which
Species,
I'm sure, yeah, Lua will have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, they're doing a lot, and I mean the game, of course, launched earlier this year. Obsidian's been very busy, yeah, and they're doing these free updates
Last
now.
year.
And so they also are adding New Game Plus, which adds a whole new reason for you to go back through the game. So the game is coming to PS5.
Yay! We got another one.
We got it.
The Avowed Platinum Trophy was insane.
Here we go.
Yeah, yeah, but it's coming. And it's
That's pretty funny, dude. The thumbnail. He did the thumbnail shot. Avowed Platinum Trophy
Well, when
was
I talked to them,
insane.
they were saying how important
You know
the
that's getting
community is
clicks.
to them, how they've listened to a lot of their feedback, like adding arachnophobia mode on Grounded.
I was gonna say, Luke, if I'm scared of spiders, what do I do?
Yeah, there's arachnophobia mode, but they that's kind of their driving force, is looking at the community, what the community's saying.
Time to listen to these guys
communicating,
fucking
like,
talk
more
about this for
species and more
12 minutes
customization options
until we get to that next shit.
Okay, we'll do that. And it's just really nice to see them do that. They could put it in a paid package, but they're not. They're just, you know, it's a labor of love, and that's.
I really like how, as you're going to New Game Plus, you can also change your character's appearance. So you keep some of your skills and stuff, but if you
Currently obsessed with the way that she pronounces character.
try a different race.
Director.
You can do that by just going to New Game Plus. You don't need to go back to the beginning.
Besides that, we also had Grounded 2, which is bringing the Garden of Brook Hollow Park that is now going to be open. So it's a new biome,
Loose face and review the whole time.
new tools, a new mushroom brick material that you can build more stuff with.
Different
and
rays. That's a good
also
idea.
A new ladybug buggy. A lady buggy.
For those of you watching, that's there's a
Allow me to explain.
Ladybug E because you can mount it and ride it like a buggy.
Yeah, and speaking to listening community, they also take a lot of feedback. This is a game that launched back into early access back in July, and so this is a major winter update is what they're calling it. And it was
July seems so late to me. If you would have asked me when did Grounded release in early access, I would have told you early April 2025. That's my official guess.
You know, is it docile or docile? I'm from Iowa.
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah. And different insects can be friendly, some can be enemies, and then of course they can also treat them now as transport as well.
You looked at Luke when you asked.
Well, yeah, I'm not looking at you. And so with this update, they're doing this throughout a lot of the timeline. Like they're gonna give you a lot of these big updates, and you're gonna be kind of surprised of like when it first released early access, there was still plenty to do. It
I think that's
a
it.
survival game, but if you were a fan of Grounded, the original, you knew they were still gonna have.
I just have this fucking image of Jason Isaacs up on my fucking computer. I need to take that away.
On their roadmap, but because of the way the game is oddly like scaled
wait.
down, you know, it's from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like the way it's shrunk down, they have so much they still want to do and will be doing for a long, long time.
Well, and that cricket.
Yeah, the cricket thing looks terrifying.
It turns around and like.
You're like, wait, what's he doing?
Cricket is terrifying. That game is
Give them credit. Like Obsidian's been so
low key,
crazy busy,
scary
Like,
as
the fact that you
fuck.
Put out 2 pretty sizable games in 1 year and a bunch of updates for it.
And it seemed like they were cooking something huge, right? Because
Yeah, they just had Tim Kaine come back out of retirement. He's one of the creators of Fallout
Bro,
back in the day.
the Tim Kaine
didn't he also was some of
out
the
of retirement shit
creators
is
of
wild,
Vampire
right?
Bloodlines?
I think he did.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
He's kind of a legend of the industry. He in 2020 went.
Isn't there
started doing
another
consulting
person
work
that
with
came out of
Obsidian,
retirement
who's,
recently?
In his words, semi-retired, but he's actually gone back to Obsidian to work full-time in office. Moved to the studio on some project that's unannounced, and he said, "Don't bother guessing. You will not guess it." So. New IP. Something.
Maybe it's this
crazy,
story
who
that I'm
knows?
thinking of.
Or he's trying to throw us off.
It's hard to.
That'd be a big
not
project.
See like
It's gotta be the fucking like.
stuff because
I'm going part time. Call me if you ever want to make blank blank. And they fucking broke glass in case of fucking emergency. You know what I mean?
Next up, we have 3 fantasy RPG games that are looking very cool, as I would say. This is going to be
Serious,
Hour 2
welcome in,
from
my
Red
goat.
Dot Studio.
Almost missed a Jake stream. You're fucking safe. No worries.
Outward, obviously.
And
We have
we're in the
Vahrin's
midst of a
Call by
longin'.
Titan Rock, and we also have Dragontwin by Draconic Interactive.
What up, Dragon Twin? Chat, who wants to be my Dragon Twin? Press 1 to submit your application.
Outward is an open world RPG, which for once you're not some kind of special super.
Okay, we got an app.
Or the last child from a prophecy. You're
He's
just
playing
a dude
D-Twin.
or a dude. And the reason why we are downscaling.
Ooh,
the
nice.
player
Exclamation point
is
GF.
because they want
Or
to
exclamation point
get
BF.
burst more than they want to be.
What would I have to do
And that was
as
a
your
big
Dragon Twin?
change
Excellent
in our
question.
approach. And we made all of our
Well,
design decisions
to get
to
famous,
be in alignment
or once
with
we're famous.
If you were just a regular
To get
person
famous?
and you wanted to think like a human would, but in a fantasy world. It's when you are aloof, when you're just like,
Well, once we're
"That's not
famous,
so
not
dangerous,
much.
I've done it
We just kind of
before."
hang out.
And that's when life just snaps back at you, right? In real life, that's like that. It should be like that in the design as well. So one gigantic thing is the character creation. In Outward
All
One,
those-
like we had very ugly protagonists, and we didn't have a lot of options. You know, you had like 3 skin colors, a handful of faces, a handful of haircuts, and that was it.
Oh, no.
It feels like really drawing yourself into an RPG. You choose a background, you choose traits, you have a very granular system to modify and customize your character to your liking. One of the big thing is you choose.
Oh, you were striking the big ass dragon is very good.
Starting locations. So as a regular person, what justifies throwing yourself into danger? How do you become an adventurer? Well, we have 3
Visually, this
quests.
game looks perfect to
depending
me.
on
I
which
would love to
situation.
exist in this
So
world.
if you are
Haboob,
in a
I saw that too, but I thought I misread it. It was only there for a
you are
second.
homeless person, you're desperate. In Tramontane.
Yeah, I choose the
you are a
background
miner and
Haboob.
you're trying to like improve your status and your quality of life. In Haboob, you are just a clerk who just bought a house. What could possibly go wrong? You know,
They had to have had that
very mundane
conversation. They're like, let's
situations,
fucking
like,
send
not
it.
special or anything, but something special.
Very
happens
dark
to
world
you,
of Haboob.
and then you had to live up to the situation. We want a weather system that
Haboob is inhabited by
dynamic,
so many
now we
different
have a
types of
year-long
individuals.
calendar with seasons, and you just go through all that. So it's gonna be winter, and then it's spring, and then summer, and does change, like what kind of stuff can be found, what kind of armor you need to wear. Dual wielding is gigantic, so now you can.
How's that new
combine
desk device you've been looking
anything
forward
that goes
to?
in one hand,
If I seem a little
and
fucking
that
out of
opens up
it,
a
it's
lot of
because
possibilities. And out with one, like you had your offhand could only have a set amount.
it's
of
working
things, and you
great.
had your main hand. Now you can
You'll
just
surely
make
see
decisions.
it
You can have two
fucking
shields if you
debut
want. It
sometime
sucks.
soon.
I don't recommend, but you can. Of course, like just visually, and the fact that it is much more lush.
She's a beaut though.
Build it's more visually vibrant. That's going to be something that people will notice very quickly.
Women of Haboob.
Have 8 skill trees, and all the skill trees have some exclusive skills. So if you take one, you can't take the other, and you have a maximum of 3 breakthrough points. So there's only 3 skill trees that you
Giant
can
dust storm.
work from.
Well,
to the
let's just
maximum
say
of the capabilities.
I've got a
Otherwise,
couple
you have the
Haboobs in my
first
shirt.
few layers of skills.
I'm
The
sorry.
thing we added are the attribute points.
Ah,
the
Haboob.
core stats,
Yeah, that's
so
very good.
strength, agility,
Giant Haboob.
constitution, willpower,
Correct.
intelligence. We added those.
Oh yeah, welcome back to main. It's good to be here. Feels nice. Richard's been so normal. I wasn't gone long enough for Richard to be terrified of me, so he was just happy I was back. He was back chilling last night.
You unlock a note that
Was it an acronym already? Being like good old JT, big dog. That's what I'm aiming to be.
So very
Little extra
small
giggle in your
incremental
stuff, exactly.
changes. We start with very
Any fun
simple
travel
things,
stories?
and it expands
No,
in
not
more and more
really.
circles. So you won't be able from the very start to unlock
Oh my
all
god,
these
wait,
new
yes,
things
there
you
is
just
one.
have.
I captured one of you in the wild.
You
Hold
will
on.
have to have experience.
Hold on.
You will need to have practiced the life of danger in Ori to
I
be
found you,
able to
motherfuckers.
understand, like get to the next level of the skill trees. Other than that, well, I think
Hold.
it's important to note that all 4 regions are new regions, so it's really just completely new environment to explore.
Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into our upcoming action RPG, Vahrin's Call. Leda is
Vahrin.
entirely shrouded by darkness on one side, while scorched by
About the world of Leda. Let me tell you, we're residents of fucking Haboob now. Tough acts to follow.
as you may have noticed, is the name of the universe we're meticulously crafting.
You have Peace Wagon in a
First
cage,
steps
I
within
wish.
the Forsaken Realms will take you to the Vale of Vahrin, a city on the brink of collapse, and
Hold on, you know what? I think I can get this in higher quality.
You'll step into the boots of a lone mercenary, seeking to answer Vahrin's call for aid, and maybe earn some
Vahrin.
gold and glory along the way. It's clear that Vahrin needs a hero, and every hero needs a way to slay the countless fantastical beasts they'll encounter. Vahrin's Call aims to cater to a wide
Oh
range
yes,
of
I got it in high
playstyles,
quality.
offering you
Okay.
the freedom to
Hold.
combat the unknown in a variety of ways.
Chat, which one of you
Whether you prefer to be a nimble-footed archer,
Which
flinging
one of
fireballs
you
between arrows, or face your
was
foes
it
toe-to-toe
was in
as an
Baltimore,
axe wielding
Maryland?
of death?
While I was boarding my flight?
The game's
I
classless
need to
system
know
means you're never locked into playing a
which
specific
one of
way.
you
You have the ability to adapt, alter,
was over
or
here.
completely switch playstyles midway through your adventure. Unlock
Oh,
and
hold
spend
on. I'm having an
points
issue
to
with this
obtain new
version of the
skills and
image.
abilities, and level up your mercenary's
Hold.
core stats by gaining character
Hold.
experience. Hidden chests throughout the world will reward you with a range of weapons, armor, and unique trinkets. Some providing unique effects to help you
With
gain
your
the edge in
fucking
your next combat
controller out, playing Silk Song
of South
on your
Hill
laptop
acts as a
while
hub
waiting to
and a
board.
safe space that provides various amenities for you to further develop your character.
Which one of you?
Use the forge. to
Which
upgrade
fucking
the
one of you
weapons
was
armor you
this?
find throughout the world.
Identify
The
yourself.
dismantling bench to
That's
deconstruct
you.
items and
It was
materials.
I.
The spell crafting table can be used to increase the power of your magic. Everything from an area of effect freeze attack that stops the enemy in their tracks.
I took that while I was standing there, and I was like, "Fuck it, I gotta fucking, I must capture this."
Use the trap making bench to upgrade and unlock new traps and gadgets. A nice complement to your arsenal.
This game has a Steam screenshot that's a gnome showing his ass.
And finally,
I'm
the
looking.
alchemy cauldron. This can be used to custom brew a multitude of mixtures.
Incredible. I wish I had the guts to do that. Controller equipped, 15-inch screen minimum.
These concoctions are
Did you bully them? No, I just secretly took a picture of them. Of course, as one does.
Great. So you've
I am
put that
Silk
shiny new
Song.
helmet, purchased that slightly overpriced magic spell you
This
always
is
had
just
to
Rey
work
Mysterio
on,
Jr.
and upgraded that new Polybuster barrel
Nice try.
to the volatile variant that has even more boom.
Oh my god, look at this
You're ready to
screenshot.
get back into the fight, but maybe you want to change of pace. Yes, you're supposed to be the hero and save the city. That's heroes need breaks too. Besides,
Double.
there's a whole
We
world to
miss it too.
and quirky
Welcome
characters
in.
from all walks of life
In fact,
need your help,
I had to pony up
their problems.
Then you've come
for the Pokemon DLC all by my lonesome.
Might find yourself involved in a murder mystery.
I believe you owe me.
Stopping a local peacekeeper
Double
and
welcome.
catch the criminal behind the death
They
of
shut it down the
another
plane
friend.
engine. The screenshot.
maybe
That's of this very
on a
game.
mission to rid Vahrin of the Gnome scourge that plagues the city. All because a crazy guy in an outhouse called you a hero?
I know the truth.
Maybe we should stick to the
Oh, they
main
went
task
for
at
it.
hand after all.
I'm debating getting ZA. I actually like ZA fine.
With full controller support, with the aim of
It's got
releasing
its
consoles
shortcomings,
at a later
as
date.
does the DLC.
Our game is inspired by
Sobble, did you
classics
play the
like Fable and
DLC?
The Elder Scrolls, so if this sounds like your kind of adventure, consider heading over to Steam and adding it to your wishlist to stay up to date with us. Until then, we'll see you mercenaries soon.
They're for 53 on eBay. I think that's worth it to like just play the base game. Forsaken Realms. Does that IP exist outside of this? What up, Dragontwin? Oh, it's one word. I'm sorry. Cool. Dude, I want to fly dragons in video games all the time. Let me do this more often. This looks awesome. Layer 2 twin. I'm gonna do Guy Findom streamer right here. You got that right. Felt a little low effort. I didn't like the timer in it. Yo, hold on. This is kind of cool. I can't think of another game that you can just do this in as the dragon. Ew. There's also dragon riding in that. I love it. Bring more. Dragontwin was the name of the twin fetus I absorbed in the womb. As you should. They found teeth in a lump inside of your neck. Jake's amazing little streamer. I do it for the people whose money I should have. Valerian dragon fight. You're right. How I got so tall, it makes you strong. Yeah, this is a good example of like you got something to show and you want to show it. We have a format for you. That's for sure. Whoa, cool, you can wiggle its eyes. Yo, Jabawabs with the gifted subs. Can I get some goddamn W's in my chat? We love to see it. We love to see it. What could be better? My fucking goat. Samey shooters, yeah, for sure. This is my second most anticipated game. He does deserve to be paid. Everybody agrees. I'm so making my dragon look like a penis, as you should. My dragon pet fee.
First question I had was,
Thank you,
how hard
Dragontwin.
is this game going to be? Because the most common question about the original Outward was, okay, this is like, does it have to be
Outward,
so
I think,
hard?
is a game that I've had in my Steam fucking library forever.
And I got my ass kicked.
I'm glad.
I'm so making my penis look like a dragon.
It's actually amazing.
Jackass 5 in theaters this June.
Because exploring this game,
I heard
felt
there's
very
going to be a penis
rewarding,
dragon.
and there's like a camping system.
So are
you
there bad dragons in that game too? Asking the real questions. I saw the good dragons, but what about the bad dragons and where can we put them?
to wreck the enemy, because if you don't prepare, oh, you're in trouble.
It's known to be a very, very hardcore survival. And when I was talking to Guillaume, he was like, if you die, it is likely your fault. And we all heard him say, like, it's not hard, but it is demanding, and they always at all times want to live up to those words, which is really awesome. And they will have
Speaking
a
of not hard but demanding,
Double die if you don't take care of it.
Fuck?
Of course. But it's, you know, one of the big struggles was with inventory and spacing along other struggles that players had to really try and, you know, play out this game. Like you were saying earlier, you can't dilly-dally in this game. You have to really know what you're going to do, and eventually you'll get a hang of things. But another big one was dual wielding. So you can dual wield. He says anything in the game. You can even double shield it up, which he says is not recommended.
You can attack with the shield. It's super cool.
He really loves to stress all of these niche things.
There's a lot of
Like you can sprain your ankle.
Is she not mic'd right now?
You can perforate a lung. Trauma. She has clearly sprained it. You
Exclamation point snafu.
brain damage.
You can have a concussion. It
We
will
get one
all impact
snafu.
you, and all these
They've been pretty good. This has been pretty well produced.
of time to recover from.
I got a concussion in game as well. It was really tough.
Single F, I believe.
What were you doing? What were you doing out of game?
It was kind. No, it was just kind of like a play on, because whenever I told people I got a concussion, brain damage in game, a lot of people in my chat would say like, in game.
Sounds like the most hardcore of hardcore.
Yeah.
Horror production
It was really
snafus.
fun, and you can also play with friends, and then things become a lot more
50-50 production value. Yeah, I mean, it's professional where it needs to be. I think that there's some
it's really nice.
core issues with like the formatting of the show
You get beaten up, and then your friends get beaten up, so and then you know.
that
digital concussions
are oversights for sure.
Next up, we have Forsaken Realms, Vahrin's Call. We were all sitting here saying it looks
sick.
Most importantly, controllers. I can play that one.
This is the first time for the show. Yeah, this is a brand new show.
Was and at the very end of the trailer, they say inspired by games like Fable. They really struck an interesting vibe. It seems like it's
Outward
got a
2
lot
has
of soul
concussions,
and
but
heart.
Madden doesn't. Correct.
Music a lot today. I just want to say that was something I noticed.
But you know
right
what
there. That flute, there's
Madden
something about a
does
flute. When the
have?
flute starts playing, when the flute
A 30+ year roster
He was like, oh my god.
I'm ready to go to
of
war.
mentally unstable
The game looks really nice. It looks very well detailed.
potential murderers
I
and
can't wait to
fucking
try it.
people that are fucked up
angle
from their
is that,
sport.
like, hey, you can do this thing. You can really focus on combat and the main quest.
So this is like for sure. I bet we'll see this iterated on, and this will be a really big deal come like 2028. I think this will be. They have a good idea here.
Murder mystery or whatever.
You're
it is. And I
losers
think
of
that's what builds out a world and makes it feel more full.
Funny.
So I think it looks great. Third, we had Dragontwin. I don't even know if we're. Let's ride.
Dude, you can make your own dragon. There's a character for your dragon.
Did you see the neck customizer? I mean, like Jake was like.
To be fair, is very early in production. They're working on all these systems for Dragonflight, and as they mentioned in the trailer, it's still a work in progress. They're like finding the game and what it's.
I'm scared. What's the game that I'm thinking of, chat? That never came out. Scaled. Scalar. Scaled.
Imagining the vision.
Scalebound. Is it Scalebound? I think it might be Scalebound.
Command of dragons like
Scalebound.
Khaleesi. Like inject that into my veins. It's another one of those games I didn't know I needed or wanted, but
never even came
I don't know why no one has just fucking jumped in and been like, we'll make Scalebound. It's called Dragon Fucker. You know? Like, people were thirsty for it. Let's do this. What's the issue?
But they left the combat pretty open-ended. Like we saw some
Bound by
scenes, we
scales.
saw
I think that's
some
it.
Light with other dragons maybe fighting, and how that's going to come into play. I'm really curious
The
about.
movement. I mean, you're gonna get some battlefield pilots.
The cinematic shots you're going to get with that dragon is going to be crazy.
Next up, we have some exclusive content coming from Munfish, a comparison of the twins from Atomic Heart, now in the cube, a very exciting game I think we're all looking forward to. And for Atomic Heart, some new screenshots
Dragon with
from their
double
DLC,
Ds, you're
number
right.
4. On top of that, there is also Immortal Gates of Pyre that we had an incredible interview with that Jake hosted, where we talk a little bit about the making of the game, the people behind it, and RTS in general.
Mundfish is crazy. This is Atomic Heart something? We heard you wanted to fuck our robots last time. Boy, are we jumping in on that. Is this the cube? Cube. Cube. We need to see which character is top 50 on the Pornhub list. Atomic Heart final DLC. Base game. Are we gonna see 3 Atomic fucking Heart games? Because I'm not ready for that. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube.
Oh, waiters, more CG trailers, please.
I can still barely believe it myself.
Yep. Yep.
When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it.
When it showed up, I was in these fucking streets. You were in the lab.
Fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
With his daughter core.
How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube
Beautiful big
didn't
titty, but
appear,
naked women
but
just don't fall out
revealed
the sky,
itself?
you know?
What if it was always there and we've only just started to see it?
It's a arena hero battle royale extraction shooter with parkour elements. It's got a little something from every game. Focus less on sexy women, more on making a good game. Sorry. Something happened to me. The Cube Atomic Universe. What are they showing us, how they reuse their assets? Are we impressed right now? What was... Look at our cunty robot. Look at what it does.
So Immortal Gates of Pyre is an attempt to modernize and make more accessible.
No, if there's another CG trailer. Didn't you know that the guy was in the fucking lab with his granddaughter when it happened?
And the opportunities for mastery that have made RTS so popular over the years. So it's I would refer to it as a Blizzard-style RTS. The fast action, big battles, very tactical.
We didn't know he was in the lab.
Very rapid-fire chess. We realized that RTS, in part because it was dominated by a few big players, never really
this is the Jake guy, and whenever they cut to the 2-screen interview, he always looks so cooked. I fucking love it.
Tried to do so, did so by stripping away features or losing some
He just like me for real.
The things that really made RTS great. In the early days, we surveyed a lot of players in both MOBA and RTS communities, and found that they really loved the fantasy of commanding an army.
Sinister lighting.
At the end of the day,
I'm telling you.
strip it all away is just
bad lighting is acceptable now. It's in.
An army in real time.
All Jake's cut from the same cloth for sure.
Individual unit control, it can be very overwhelming, and because you're
We've already tried to make RTSs more accessible, and Battle Aces got canceled. You're right.
To do so much macroing along with the microing simultaneously, that for most players it just gets overwhelming and complicated. And so we worked through it, kind of line by line, trying to figure out what are the rote tasks, what are the things that players are required to do.
When we were making the game, we set out to make a UI that was
right, and how do we
even older looking than
the
StarCraft's.
complexity in the game, but
this evil Jake seems like a scumbag the dumpster boy would know.
And then simultaneously, how do we create a world and experiences and game modes that people want to be a part of? We want to take this genre and show people this genre isn't dead. People want this fantasy, they want this experience. A lot of it has to do with things like the UI and the UX, the unit design, and a lot of that opt-in complexity. So for example, in most RTSs, you always have to be building workers. If you're not building workers, you're falling behind on your economy and you're screwed. The correct move, with very few exceptions, is to build a worker.
Maybe I should know life a real-time strategy game.
But have a toggle.
I played
if you want it turned off, you
hundreds
can.
of hours of Warcraft 3 back in the day. Hundreds.
You can, but we took
loved
that
it.
Complexity
Never good at it.
Away. One of the other things is how in MOBAs you have a unified command card, right? All of the abilities and castable abilities on your hero are easy to reach. You can hit all of those buttons.
But I don't know which RTS I should hop into in 2025. It's 2026, that's my bad.
Same way. So you can select your whole army with one button by default.
And then all of the abilities, castable abilities of your army are also on that one unified command card. One of the things that people often tell us is that when they watch our game, it looks like an RTS, but when they play it, it almost plays more like a MOBA in terms of how they're commanding their army. Our early idea was if
listening.
we bring the top, 10 modders within generally the strategy.
Age of Mythology Remastered, Warcraft 3 Reforged.
And we say, if we were to come together and build a game that truly is the next generation of RTS, what does it look like? And that's what we set out to do. The 1v1 or 2v2 PvP experiences, they're similar
Like,
to
you're all good. That time difference from Florida to Maine is a bitch. Got me fucked up.
We did redesign
Got me fucked up. Well, my whole
2v2 is actually
baseline
really
is shaken.
Support gameplay mode, and players.
Summon Deep Worm. Chat. Anyone interested in summoning my?
Tournaments. But the ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy's town centers. And so it's kind of a tactical back and forth with counters and strategic snipings and using immortal abilities in clever ways. So it's great for mastery and laddering and skill game. Ultimately, or at least the goal, is to have
Deep Worm
other
summoned.
PvP modes that are more casual or more playful. Kind of
Trentish, welcome in. Yes, the Playground Games double header, Fable and Forza.
And you want to have a
I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited.
Do something that's a bit strategic. But
I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna hold off on Fable 3 until
that's a big part
that
of the
happens.
target market that we're looking at is people that like to be challenged mentally, but don't necessarily want to try to do the crazy APM. And,
Is
and
my guess.
Don't want to get too invested in the.
We just finished Fable 2.
We want to do a full
Gameplay and a date.
campaign.
Yeah, I think
Inspiration for how we kind
there's a
of
good
want
chance
or
that
how
that
we
game is
see
more ready than
the
we think.
Ideal campaign, if we can build
People
it,
like to be
is
mentally
very similar
challenged.
to Dark Crusade. It's a grand
Potentially.
campaign. You can
Some.
be kind of any of these different.
Was a Fable thing announced?
factions
Developer
and
Direct. The
conquering
developer
territory
_ direct was
building
confirmed for
new and
January
unique
22nd,
stories.
reconfirmed and dated. And then 3 games, 2 studios announced for it. Game Freak with their weird little animal companion game, and then the double header of Playground Games, Forza and Fable, confirmed. And then likely a secret or 2, because there's only 3 games. Minimum I've ever seen at one of those events is 5.
The potential for that game is like unmatched. It is a crazy concept.
You're playing the game Majesty?
Also
No.
just like the concept of playing a game like that with the map constantly changing, the biomes changing.
Final secret for a couple of them. Yeah, I remember Hi-Fi Rush and the Shadow Drop was the first one. I remember Visions of Mana and Square Enix being the first third party to show up at a developer direct.
I'm assuming you can fall off. Like if you fall
Being,
off
I think, the second or the third one.
Like that's, I'm sure you're dead.
So are these 2 boys on the couch? Brothers, lovers, what's the deal? Excellent question. Let's jump in and find out.
Running, you saw just like traditional gunplay.
The other cool part to me is that it is set in a universe that people have already been a part of.
The world of Atomic Heart's very interesting as well.
Explain it a little bit.
It's kind of like it is Soviet Russia in an alternate timeline where they've mastered robotics, but then there's like evil robots.
And in terms of vibe, it's kind of like Soviet Bioshock. And
All right, I'm in position now.
And what's interesting is that from the original game Atomic Heart, one of the primary things people loved about it were like the boss fights and then like the outdoor environments and the art direction. And that is just the cube. And then they're adding in this multiplayer component as well with like, it seems like PvE elements with bosses that you'll fight against together as the cube.
You could just hang, you know, maybe kiss a little. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
I love how open-ended they are. Munfish is like.
I love Atomic Heart. It's like Bioshock, but hornier and worse.
I was trying to pinpoint like what game I was looking at because we are gonna flow into Atomic Heart, and I love that tie between those worlds. But I honestly saw a piece of like the finals in the first.
Y'all kiss your homies tonight, of course.
And cube movement we saw when the finals first released. There was something about that aesthetic that I also saw, and I was like, okay, now I'm instantly locked back into this.
The DLCs people love. There's already Atomic Heart 1 and 2. This is their 4th and final DLC for Atomic Heart. And when we saw the trailer, we saw the screenshots. It adds new environments.
They franchised the fuck out of this IP so fast. 4 DLC packs, a straight up sequel, a spin-off.
It's a game that's been in development for a long time. We're gonna probably talk
What if
about
Big
how
Daddies
it's a group
were
of
big
modders, and so they've
mommies?
hired
You're
a lot
so
of
right.
modders, and they
And what
have
if they
that
had
DNA for this
smooth
game, and
bodies?
A lot of the concepts they want to plan out for the future. They've had hands on this for almost 10 years, but they've been working hard on it for about 5.
Make the robots have smooth bodies.
And they really want to try and combat as we all know, like the RTS genre is really hard to
This
get
guy's like
into
my
because-
parents and their friends.
I agree, because it's like you see these games, you know RTS games, and you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work on micro.
What if Big Mommies were Big Daddies and had hairy dad bods? Now that's interesting.
They want to try and combat the pillars that have already
It
established.
was a weird game. You don't
themselves
directly
in the
control your
RTS genre.
units,
We
but
know
you
Age
as the
of Empires,
king
we
can put
also know
bounties and actions to
StarCraft is the
encourage
one
your
that
units to
people
do
kinda go
stuff.
to, and he was saying
Ooh,
they've had these games in the genre
that sounds
blew up
nice.
so early on that it's been
Like,
hard for companies like this to make a new RTS.
Black and White is the only thing that I can think of that has like a mechanic similar to that, made by known liar Peter Molyneux.
I do like
No sharp edges on my Big Mommies,
because I
never.
think it is pretty intimidating for new players. That's why a lot of people don't want to, you know.
They also took Mick Gordon after Marty Stratton fucked him with Doom, so they're good in my eyes. Interesting. Mick Gordon did
Like, I don't want to go against Sweaty Joe. who's
Atomic
been
Heart.
playing this his entire life. I have no. He lives. Yeah, I don't have any clue how to do it.
Smooth Big Mommies, hairy Big Daddies. Our next game is going to be a big fucking deal.
Experience if you want, or you can have the experience where you just sit at home. And
I think we're cooking right now.
I did when he said that, I was like, that's my guy.
Exactly.
This game was made for.
But I do want to really support him, and you know, when it comes to cracking through whatever the current,
I think we might be onto something.
yeah, the current stereotype in that genre is they're trying to innovate, they're trying to do things differently.
Stigma balls.
And one last thing, they are very, very community focused. So, like a lot of the devs we've spoken to, they love their community, they
Got 'em.
found their diehards, and it really has shaped the project. And
We're
so I
fucking
hope
got 'em.
we see it in the near future.
New.
So we have what I'm calling kind of a Western section. We have some new footage from the game Exekiller. That's going to be Paradark Studio. There's
Exekiller.
Far West from Evil Raptor and Erosion from Plot Twist.
Man, that fucking lengthy ass breakdown section at the end with the 5 of them would be perfect as like a standalone podcast after this show for sure. Mommy Smooth Daddy Harry, game good, exactly.
Creators of the game.
And
Easy.
This is gameplay overview. Exekiller is a first-person action adventure
Beksinski,
game
I don't
that
know.
encourages exploration, rewards curiosity.
And never holds
Immersive
your
sim.
hand.
You play as Denzel Phoenix, an Exekiller, a corporate bounty hunter.
Exekillers hunt down fugitives and reclaim souls from those who try
Jesus
to
fuck.
escape the system.
One of the game's main hubs is the tower.
Yeah, we
a massive
claimed their
fortress city
soul.
ruled by the Aphelion
Hot
Corporation.
dogs, something crunchy.
This is where you accept contracts, upgrade your gear, and prepare for missions.
Look at this motherfucker's snakeskin shit.
Contract fulfilled.
The game is
Artistic
structured
information,
into
like
chapters,
medium. Interesting.
and almost every
Noodles.
begins and ends in the tower.
EGP mentioned.
Outside the tower lies a harsh, scorched desert. You travel through it in a heavily modified car designed to protect you from extreme conditions such as heat and radiation. Inside the vehicle,
What's
you
the
have
Pacific? It's a
access to
Pacific Drive
computer,
like.
storage, and a working radio.
It's New Mexico, post-apocalyptic Albuquerque.
From your
Blade Runner coded, yeah. I don't. It looks a little more fun than I thought it was gonna look. Yeah, I would say the car too, though, kind of has that vibe. I miss it. Boo, me too. There's only one world I'm interested in visiting after this. Pretty nice video game world you got there.
The experience.
Inventory
Johnny with
space
a boob
is
out.
limited, and every item matters, forcing players to make careful decisions about what to carry and what to leave behind.
Hawks, welcome in. Yeah, a good knife through the jaw is always a fucking classic. Ooh, that looks like the right type of fucking lockpicking I like to do. Little circular motion with my thumbsticks.
Plans help you uncover hidden elements and investigate the environment.
Nice world out there, toots. One time I got lost in Haboob. I got Habooby trapped.
Missions and level design are fully non-linear. There's no single way to complete a contract. Stealth.
With your torso in a rotation, your boobs sticking out. Correct.
And can be freely combined.
In Exekiller, every decision matters.
What's it gonna be? Plata or muerte?
So, answer chat.
Wishlist Exekiller on Steam.
Hi everyone, Robert here from Fireshine Games. I am the Senior Product Manager for Far Far West, developed by the incredible 6-person team at Evil Raptor. Far Far West is a 1-to-4 player co-op PvE first-person shooter where you play as robot cowboys in a weird western world. Work together to kill bosses, collect bounties, and cleanse the lands of the
randomly generated
invaders.
roguelike,
Today,
and I'm out.
I'm going to talk you through a
We'll
short,
see.
single-round session of Far Far West. Here, we're exploring the Far Far West hometown,
Yes.
an evolving space
1 to 4
where you can upgrade your
cowboys at
weapons,
Ram
spells, and
Ranch.
characters. Once the team is geared up and ready to go,
Another
you take the
6-person
bounty
game,
you wanna
correct.
hunt and drop into the game.
I'm running a cryptic train. Oh. No, it's an actual train. Chris, welcome in, homie.
Now
It's
that we've dropped
a,
into the
what's
map,
that
it's time to
fucking...
head to our first objective. We can travel around the map much
Honkai
faster
Star
with
Rail,
our
dude. That's the
trusty
Star Rail.
horses, which you can summon with the press
Mounts.
of a button.
Hold on. The actual mount gameplay looks fun as fuck, though. That's nice and fast in
When
that
fighting
world.
enemies, I can use different firearms and a variety of spells to do damage or heal myself and teammates. Spells and guns can also be comboed
Is this
together to
VR?
make their effects more powerful, spread their damage further, or even
I'm still
create
unsure of
new
what
spells.
Honky Star Rail is. Me too. I'm working on it, though.
To summon this boss, we need to
Every day I get closer to understanding.
launch a nuke at its nest.
Airport Gamer would love this. You're so
Shoot
right.
it into the sky. When playing co-op, you have to
Airport
work
Gamer
together
would
as a
fucking
team.
absolutely
The
adore this
objective is
shit.
to defend yourself from enemy attacks. Right now, we're throwing sticks of dynamite to my teammate for him to put in the rocket, of which he is actually only catching a few. While carrying out objectives, you will attract the attention of the enemy horde.
Far, far
who
west.
will
Yeah, it
try to
is.
stop you.
It is. That's exactly what this is.
Now we have the rocket all powered up, let's launch it at the boss nest to really make it angry. This bounty is far from over.
So cool.
Now we have to take the beast down.
I want to drive that horse. Robot horse.
Let's summon the boss and get this party started.
You know what is... I think that this is most like fucking Risk of Rain 2, right? Is that what you guys are getting out of this? Looks fun, yeah. Outside of the fact that it's VR, I'll never play it. I don't know, man. Maybe I want a VR
The
headset.
boss is dead, but we aren't safe yet. So let's get to the station to get the last train out of town. When the train is called, we have to stay alive for its arrival, which is easier said than done when the whole of the far west wants you dead. We made it out alive. Well, some of us. Which means we get
That's awful. I need a VR headset bad.
These will allow
Bad.
us to
Apple
upgrade
Vision
our
Pro,
characters even more
so
and be stronger for the
Blah.
next bounty. This was just
I
one
need it.
simple game of Far Far West. There are multiple bosses, maps, objectives, weapons, spells, upgrades, and
Oh,
cosmetics,
man, need
all
MetaQuest
unlockable
3.
through play.
Ash, my
You can play
fucking
with
goat.
your friends right now.
Had that thought recently for the first time, getting VR. I think I'm back. I don't know. I think I'm ready to be hurt again.
Got one job.
I need to keep a mascot. I want a VR headset that is extremely easy to use. Whichever one is the easiest to use is the one that I want.
But even if you kick the bucket, you don't stay dead for long.
Oh yeah, Steam Frame, I forgot. Until unfortunately MetaQuest, then that's okay with me. Gotta love it, fuck meta. Yeah, as long as it's, but let me see if it's easy to use. Sometimes they're like, well, you should get this one because it's the most customizable. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is customize anything. I want to fucking pull it out of a box and slap it on my face and watch a big movie. Who want the new one, but also just hate meta. Yeah, I borrowed a friend's MetaQuest 2 for a couple months. I shot a video with that Assassin's Creed VR game, and it was fine. And before that, I owned an Oculus Rift S. But the Oculus Rift S was like wired. You had to hook it up to the PC, and you had to do all these fucking things. I was so annoyed by it. Like, I probably used my Oculus Rift S. I could probably count the amount of times that I actually put that thing on my face on like 2 hands. Like probably 8 times, 8 sessions. And at this point, I should just throw that thing in the fucking trash. Like, I think it's useless, old, obsolete technology.
Like the world building.
I think the way it's described is a post-apocalyptic Western style FPS with a bounty hunter vibe, and so we even saw in the trailer they're picking up bounties.
Maybe there's use for it.
It kind of reminds me of Fallout as well,
Yeah,
a little bit,
of Fallout in there.
So I think it looks like a lot of fun. That could be a new kind of like staple in those types of games, to me at least.
Yeah, it's a great combination. I mean, it looks fantastic. Like, it's stunning. It's coming from such a small
Sci-fi cowboy, I'm in.
5 out of the 8 times for jorking. 3 out of the 8 times. Squanky, welcome in, homie. Good to see you. I haven't even seen Squanky in person yet. We've been on opposite fucking schedules, and that Squanky's been doing things, and I've been sleeping or streaming.
That's not a bad comparison. Sea of Thieves was very fun to me.
What if Sea of Thieves but cowboys, basically?
Well, it's that, but also with specific hunts and like bounties, we're going out and doing boss fights with each other.
It seems very teamwork based too. Like, you saw a clip there where they were fighting the boss on the ground, and one of them was up top, and your teammate threw the dynamite up, caught it, planted it. Looks really cool.
Well, throwing their fucking dynamite up, dog.
Another Western. This game is pretty mind-blowing. I think we're all on the same page for that.
The art style is divine.
I could see this one being like this.
Erosion is might be the most fucking uninteresting
compelling aspect of it
of all of them. It's been a big stupid pot of bolognese. Fucking guy. Fucking literally.
She grows older every death that happens. I think it's a decade.
Remember you abandoned chat, some of yours.
If you die 20
thriving.
times, like, she's not
fucking thriving.
when you get there. You're gonna be talking to a gravestone, but it's just a very captivating art style, like you
It's also open world.
Open world roguelike. Yes.
We're gonna have people that are gonna want to go deathless runs of this. I hope that maybe there's a
open world roguelike. Nothing turns me off. Nothing softens me up like a fucking open world roguelike. Add Metroidvania elements in there.
For sure.
Dude.
Next up, we have
There's so many big names
for people who like competitive games, shooter games. We have an awesome interview that Jake did with the executive producer of the Division franchise.
Snorlax, correct.
A response, a game coming from the original creator of Counter-Strike, Min Lee, or Gooseman, whatever you know him as. Last Man Sitting from Pixel Pizza, and Sand Raiders of Sophie by Polygriff.
Why do I feel like that Sand Raiders of Sophie sounds familiar to me? People even play the Division. I think the Division has like this 20,000 person user base that is super into it and spends money still.
Important city in the United States, Washington D.C., completely ravaged by
the Washington Monument is really phallic.
The strongest, worst.
They were cooking on that one. They were cooking.
You are going to have to survive.
Somebody was like, I got an idea for a monument. Wait till you see this thing. And a bunch of people looked at it and they're like,
so what are we doing? Like,
that's the one.
Rest on our laurels. Our 10-year-old.
I play sometimes. Play Division, not fall asleep from boardroom challenge. Both valid.
We're reimagining it. We're bringing this snowstorm.
I tried both times to get into the Division. It never clicked for me.
DC. That's something that you've never seen in Washington, D.C. We're going to transform the entire map. We're thinking about it in a
chat. You guys want to guess what I had for breakfast today?
That haven't been seen yet. There's a.
If you know, you can't say it. Somebody knows.
Make it such a different
multiple people might know.
Experience from the core Division.
I'll give you a hint. It was a bowl of something. I had a bowl of blank.
Survivors is developed with
bowl of snooze.
Magnus
Nope.
Jensen, who is the original Division.
Pancakes and fruit roll-ups. I wish.
So this is a guy who lives and breathes.
And my PD cars on screen. Cum dicks. Eula wins. It was a bowl of cum.
This type of game.
Toenail clippings. Yes, you guys are all over it.
There is a hint
in
the title of something that we're going to be doing really
okay, that's something. Honey Nut Cheerios. Cirrus is the closest. Kind of.
Types in mind. And I think here we have to acknowledge that the Division 2 has a large player base of...
Here, keep this in mind. I was gone for almost a month and I have very little food in the house.
The sort of
so one could say, assuming that I have milk is good, would be an incorrect assumption. You know what I mean? I didn't stop at the fucking store. Bowl of McDonald's, nope.
We're gonna take that.
Bowl of cum. Good guess, Jake Bot. Good guess.
Change the map and make sure that the weather has an impact on you, which it doesn't have in Division 2. So there are lots of
those burgers you didn't finish. I wish.
Surprise our core audience. Veteran players, they're going to be surprised. All of these locations that they know by heart.
Chips, nope.
They're going to be transformed. So the Division 3 is in production, right? This is
keep them guessing.
Secret. It's been announced. It's shaping up.
Ash fucking got it. Let's go, dude. Bowl of fucking oatmeal. Chris was on it. Yep, bowl of oatmeal. We went bowl of oatmeal to start the day.
Hard on something.
Now you have to guess. All right. It was instant Quaker oatmeal.
As Division 1 was. There's a team in Paris.
What flavor?
Working on this, and they put
search your heart. You know the answer.
On a mobile execution of the promise.
Apple cinnamon.
So, Division 1.
I should revisit apple cinnamon, maple brown sugar, Cirrus ash. Yep. If I had my fucking druthers, it would be blueberries and goddamn cream. The best instant fruit variety and cream variety of instant oatmeal. But you can only get 2 packs at a fucking time in the full variety pack, which shrinkflation only comes with 8 goddamn packs now. You used to get 4 peaches, 4 strawberries, 2 blueberries, and 2 bananas. And blueberry is number 1, banana is number 2, peach is number 3, strawberry is number 4. However,
like other games today, popular games today,
blueberries.
You can hear gunshots.
I hope one of the devs is quietly lurking our engaged conversation.
Approach cautiously.
I hope Quaker Oats is fucking lurking. Quaker Oats, if you're watching this, come through the fucking DMs. I've got some real good oatmeal ideas
is friendly to other agents.
About how you should sell blueberries and cream oatmeal separately. I love that shit. But I had 3 packets of maple and brown sugar Quaker instant oatmeal.
But being able to group up and to see other agents in the streets, that's never been
furiously scrolling about adding cereal to the Division 2.
On a mobile game.
Mobile. In a world gripped. I just know that world grippy as fuck. Order and chaos. All of these fonts are hard to fucking read. Alpha response is needed. Oh, dude, this is a tough time to have a fucking play a badass cop video game, huh? Is anyone in this game a crime boss? Dude, this looks fuck. Oh fuck. He is an ICE agent. Yeah, dude, this is. Oh no. Developers of Alpha Response yesterday trying desperately to get in touch with the fucking creators of the New Game Plus showcase to remove their trailer. Don't air it! Don't air it! Fuck, they're not responding! The good guys with guns, you're right. Oh, drive vehicles. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Oh, no. Brother, we gotta get out of here. We gotta fucking get out of here. Hard-hitting mayhem. Oh no. Okay, political commentary aside, in modern times and this being insensitive as fuck, justice needs devastating firepower. Jesus fucking Christ, brother. Oh no, dude. Available now. They shadow drop this on fucking January 8th, 2026. Holy fucking shit. What is this? Oh my god, this looks cool as fuck. What a fucking tonal shift. This is giving like Tony Hawk meets like Max Payne meets what's the fucking game that Insomniac made? Last Man Sitting. Hey, can we get a Last Man Sitting? Can someone write that down in the shared doc? There's an alpha coming soon. Not an alpha response. There's an alpha playtest.
Last Man Sitting is a game.
Sunset Overdrive. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Trentish, good shit. It's got some Sunset Overdrive vibes. Yeah, can somebody throw this into like somewhere in the January docket of trying to get in on this alpha, just so I can see it somewhere when I thumb through there?
Battle Royale. So does it lean BR or is it more?
This would be a very fun stream.
How does that go? So many years ago, there's early like prototypes of the game. It was a Battle Royale game. And it sort of went viral and got like a lot of followings based on some short videos of the game.
And Last Man Sitting is such a fucking great name.
Found that we wanted to gravitate away from that a bit. So we saw some.
I bet if they get the launch right, this thing would be so hot on Twitch for 10 days.
More of a 4-player chaotic,
you know what I mean?
Shooter, more like a shooter version of Super Smash Bros, which is like one of our favorite games. At the office.
Cut to fucking like, June 2020 fucking 6. Amaru is playing this to 15,000 people, 1,000%.
We also made a PvE mode,
and also 15,000 bots.
Maybe best compared
30,000 viewers total.
Games. So it's more like a lightly narrated story where you go up against your manager and you like go up in the floors of an office building. You have to survive for a certain amount of time. There's more and more enemies coming that become more numerous and more ridiculous as time goes by. There's mini bosses, there's main bosses, and you level up, you get power-ups. And this is where,
he was stunned by the mini bosses. He loved this.
Playing the PvE game mode, so that's when it gets really ridiculous.
Okay.
Then you can unlock, of course, new weapons, new characters, new abilities. You can upgrade your chair, so you can.
That was one of my questions. So
we looked a lot at this like early 2000s aesthetic.
Upgrade your chair is very good.
Which we thought was like really cool, especially like when we started designing the user interface. We felt like
doing the sound effects for them.
Just felt like
a real stay true.
Millennium Edition or.
Path to make money as an indie dev is to shit out a multiplayer game in like 6 months and hope for the best. That is absolutely the fucking method right now. Where like, if you're John Megabonk, you're set for life off of like a single release just because your game had 3 weeks in the fucking limelight and sold like 1 million copies of like a $7 game. Bad Dragon.
Something that I think has had its imprint on the game.
Now that's interesting.
2002 and you're listening to punk
those
music,
might go together pretty well.
That's sort of
Hey, on YouTube, we love this. It's a Fumes like. What if it was Mortal Engines, but like dinky? But you convinced me, yeah, I get it. 10 times the money of another crowd's treasure and go under combined, yeah, for sure. I think if Peak goes down the road of like Vampire Survivors, they should be adding like $4 to $5 DLC every 6 months for the next 5 years for Peak. You make everybody that makes the fucking janitor over there a millionaire. Mortal Frengens is very good. Fuck. Sand, Raiders of Sophie. Who is Sophie and why are we raiding her?
I say first up, we're going to talk about the Division interview. Of course, we weren't able to get a ton of new information, but they are working on a lot.
Yeah, man, this is a tough format. They need to cut this
else who has 26
bad.
years at a single company in gaming. So talking to him, he was. I was doing a bit of glazing because everything he said, it felt like a storytelling experience. And so we're talking about Survivors, and this is the kind of redone version of Division 1's original Survival. And so it's a snowstorm impacted, weather hit Washington DC, and it's what he kind of also alluded to as like one of the original.
You see the Duskfade trailer?
Like games, but yeah, you have to fight for survival out and. Whether the
elements a bit of glazing. And also I don't think so, but what is it? But for some reason it sounds familiar, and now I think I might have. I watched that fucking 5-minute Mario trailer this morning, which is very dope.
As to what it was, besides that it's really shaping up and it's really interesting, and both new coming players, you don't have to play Division or Division 2 to stumble across this and love it just as much.
I think with the success, obviously, of games like Arc Raiders right now, you even mentioned that, it's an interesting conversation.
What is this game? Have we seen this before?
Things and copy stuff, or not even
this looks fucking sweet at a glance.
Or are you having to come up with your own ideas that you've been working
low key, let's just watch this trailer while these guys talk about this game. This is the smartest thing we could do. It's a fucking 1 minute long trailer. No one is going to dislike this.
He said it a lot more eloquently than I can ever represent it as, but you know, he realizes it's probably a mix of things. Like a lot of other games are doing extraction shooters with certain things here, but they've also had an
It'll be different, but you'll both be okay.
It does look a little Balin-pilled. Ooh, this looks sick as fuck. Based character on Sora and the main character of Treasure Planet? Holy fuck. Yeah, look at this guy's got a fucking Keyblade. Gianni, my fucking goat. Welcome in, homie. We're taking a look at this trailer that just dropped for this game called Duskfade. That's not even part of this show because the people from the show keep on talking so many, as you can see. Thank you so much for the fucking sub. I hope you're doing well. Inspired by Kingdom Hearts and Ratchet and Clank and stuff. This shit is so high up on my fucking list of games to look out for. Chat, can I ask somebody once again to add this to the docket somewhere? Anyone with access? I would love Duskfade. I will. Thank you so much, Jabwebs. This is right up my alley. And Gianni, thank you again, homie. Welcome in. There's been some, honestly, very cool shit at this show.
It feels like a mixture of like
very cool shit.
Skater Pro, but replace
I was included in this showcase. Oh, maybe it will be, but
give them all weapons.
We watched it.
And give them some guns. Why not?
The clips are going to be insane.
That shit was fucking
You're
rad.
gonna see some wild stuff come out of this game. The things people are going to be doing.
And they're still working on a lot when it
We're
comes
seeing
to
the teaser.
PvP
Oh, cool.
versus PvE, but at the core
I hope we get
base of
some
it,
like
they
raw
want it to be
gameplay or some
PvP-based.
behind the
It's
scenes.
gonna be a round-based game, and so I believe
Great trailer
4
though.
players, so super
Big
competitive
budge.
lobbies, but I think you can also
a chaotic shoot.
Very, very chaotic, and it progresses round by round. So they're
Things that have been very exciting to me at this show have been Last Man Sitting, which is like a battle royale where you play with guns, but you're riding around a desk chair inside of an office the entire time. That was very recently, Gianni. And then earlier in the show, there's this game called Distant Shores, which is like a first-person parkour game. Think Mirror's Edge, but in a post-apocalyptic future. And you have like mind powers, like fucking PsyOps or Force Unleashed, where you can like force grip shit and pull it towards you, or pull the platform that you're on across a body of water or bend a bridge and shit like that. Serious, oh serious, you're gonna fucking love it. It's missing the visual aesthetic. It has the fucking gameplay. You gotta check it out. It's called Distant Shores Bretagne. BRETANAGNE. It's very sick. My game of the show so far.
Montages, 360 trick shots.
Well, and I love the idea of like they're sitting brainstorming the game.
Sounds sick. It was very sick.
Well, what's our unique spin on it?
Wait a second.
Guys, get in here. You're never gonna believe this. You might want to sit down.
It'll make sense.
Then finally,
Those two on the right team get closer and closer every time you see them. It's okay to ship it.
The developer is Holly Griffith,
I'm
as
in.
well as Tower House, but the publisher is Tiny Build, who we're all very familiar with. This is a co-op action adventure. You're in a desert world. Honestly, it reminded me of another. I don't remember it. They were like sailing in the desert in some other game, but this. My favorite part about this is that you could see them building your ship. That you're then like traversing the desert
It's
and
kind of like a
fighting
base
evil.
building.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of reminded me of Sea of Thieves.
Sand Raiders of Sophie is a
where you're like, yeah,
is a name.
your own ship.
No doubt.
It's very cool.
Rust on legs.
There's also normal gunplay too as well though, which I found. At first I was like, oh, that looks cool, but then I saw
No
there were,
doubt.
like normal guns too. So.
I like it's a new concept. I feel like where they were probably, I have to assume, fans of Rust or fans of different types of games. They're like, okay, what if we make a moving base in the desert, and then you can explode people's bases? Or I'm curious. We didn't see it in the trailer. I'm curious if you can raid other people's bases.
I'm pretty sure you.
That'd be the coolest part. If you raid their
like jump
base.
off of yours.
Pretty sure you can take other people's bases. I'm pretty sure.
Guys, take a shot every time he says pretty sure.
Next up, we have a section that a couple of us are definitely going to be
OSRS.
This is the 25th year that Jagex has been making RuneScape at this point. Which
What's that spin-off one called? Dragon
I know Jake and I have been playing it our entire lives. We've got old school RuneScape, we've got RuneScape 3, and we have Dragonwilds.
The Trinity!
Right, so 3 games, massive games that have been around for a long time. A lot of people have heard of.
I think I remember looking at Dragonwilds gameplay and being like, man, if I had any affinity for this franchise, this would be sick as fuck.
Here, the first thing I saw was Jake on his laptop and RuneScape was pulled up next to Twitter.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you see how Hunter has like a side monitor?
He does this.
Really? I didn't know that. That's these guys
There's
are
AFK
real
OSRS, yeah. I think a lot of people do.
I knew that's why I didn't want to answer, because I knew you were going to lead into it. Anyway, Jagex has given us a variety of exclusives across all 3 games. We're super happy to talk about it.
They've done a lot of very impressive things over the past year, I would say. They did Varlamore with Jake's favorite, the Gemstone Crab. AFK there, it's
so
awesome.
fucking crazy.
Has the Delve with Doom. They have the
Gridmaster.
The Gridmaster this year, which was super fun. I played that one. They also added sailing most recently, which is the first new
I heard about sailing, new job.
in old school RuneScape. Had a lot of back and forth. My favorite part about it is the fact that they listened to the community a lot with the release of it. The exclusive they gave us was this new logo reveal for the next league season.
They have no interview, they're just fucking yapping these announcements. Added dust fade to the docky, fuck yeah.
So that was League 6
Fuck yeah.
demonic packs.
The cord and the docky, they
Obviously,
go
Leagues
together.
is a lot of fun and probably the most engaging time periods of RuneScape. I think you see player peaks every time. So I imagine a lot of those WoW players are going to come back and be a part of that. Outside of that, RuneScape 3 was also in the news a lot. this year
Demonic
for a
packs.
variety of reasons.
One of the biggest ones being they removed the biggest monetization methods they had in the game.
What was the
which
subtitle there?
was
Demonic
talked about
Pact?
and has been for probably next to a decade. Obviously in the MMO genre, you have to make money to sustain such big games and big servers for a reason and to keep these updates coming. They're not small teams. And so it was that community battle of like, we need monetization, but at what point is it too much monetization? And they finally reached that breaking point.
I think we also have some reveals of some of the areas.
That's
they're
fair,
revamping,
dude.
which
That's a
is
fair
very
way to go
cool.
about it.
They're trying to declutter the entire world because right now the game, if you, as an old school player, log on, you're probably like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Most of the time. So that's very cool. They also gave us the image of their anniversary
Dude, the
cape,
fucking
which looks fire.
Isn't that beautiful? And I actually have one behind me.
the QR code on the bottom right
And then
being
finally,
above the
we also
watermark
had
is making me
Dragonwilds,
insane.
Which, is a game that we are very excited about
Another incredible game.
We
I don't feel like
big
it looks
fans
good.
Of those types of games. Valheim, we spent a ton of time on. So when RuneScape announced this, we were super stoked personally and played it. They're in early access, but they talk a lot about
Is this Dragonwilds?
Their 1.0 release and everything that's
It's
coming.
like fucking
For those
Valheim?
unaware, Dragonwilds is the survival game inspired by RuneScape. And so being a big survival game guy and my love for RuneScape, it was kind of the mixing of both worlds. So Dragonwilds was always going to be a big thing for me. And as you said, it is early access.
This is cool
still
as fuck.
developing. They are aiming for that full release though. It's
2026 Years of Dragon. Finally, Spyro.
If you like games like Valheim or Enshrouded, I would say this is the kind of game
100%.
you would like to play because it's just like that. You can spend a ton of time
I'm into
building your
that.
house and making it better and better. And then they're also adding
That's interesting to
iconic
me.
RuneScape things. Again, we talked about that with like the cube. It's cool to
Fuck,
see
I know,
a
dude.
world you already love
Jake Fudd, I
used in
know.
another format.
The fresh twist.
Yeah, they already have released their roadmap, but we have a lot of cool stuff that is coming to the game that RuneScape players will recognize. New skills come out at each time, so fishing, prayer, agility. You're gonna get mithril armor, rune armor coming out. There's 3 new regions next year. Coming with the 1.0
Very
update
good.
like over time. And then we got the first look at Dowden Reach, which is their next region. You're gonna recognize these Black Knights, which look a lot scarier than from,
he's not gonna make it
from
through.
RuneScape. If this is the Black Knight's fortress, it looks absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Right.
I don't know if I'm going to continue after this segment.
You guys have heard me and Jake talk way too much about this. We also have a message from a couple of creators that you might
Created by
recognize
J.R.R. Tolkien,
from the
as it should
RuneScape
be.
community.
RuneScape and Jagex has just turned 25 years old. And the recent year has actually been.
I feel like I never hear anything about RuneScape 3. I only hear about RuneScape, which is old school
It's something
RuneScape.
that, as a player myself of RuneScape for 23 years, I am so excited. I mean, I think the game right now, old school RuneScape, is in the best place it's ever been. But Jagex as a company is turning into potentially being the best they have ever actually been. In 2025, over old school RuneScape, we didn't just have many
I
different
might try it
pieces
now.
of
When does it
content,
come
such as
out?
Sailing, Balamar, Royal Titans, a duo boss that came to the game. We actually also hit an all-time high player count since the game actually released over a decade ago. That is crazy. It's absolutely incredible. But that is not the end. We still have 2026 to come, and the things that are coming in 2026 are going to be crazy. We have the Blood Moon Rises, where we're getting more info at the Winter Summit, the finale potentially of the Mauritania questline, but personally, the thing that I'm the second most excited for, behind Raids 4. Now, Raids 4,
RuneScape, no, RuneScape. What about
right now,
RuneScape
so I
3?
can't really say much,
When did
but
that
is
start?
the thing I am the most excited for and have been the most excited for years to come, as of right now. And if that is not everything,
Hold on,
we
Chad. I think
have
Richard might be
League
trying to come in.
6,
I think I
and
heard him. I'm
know
not
one thing
positive though.
about League 6, and that is League 6 demonic pacts. All I can say. That's all I know right now. But League 6 will be coming most likely in Q4 of 2026. Can't fact check that. I do not know. But that means League 6 may contain Blood Moon Rises and Raids 4 inside of whatever League 6 is going to be, and that is going to be incredible. As for RuneScape 3, I'm not a huge player or ambassador of RuneScape 3. I am more on the old
Somehow,
school side, but there is a massive update
Richard has
that occurred
returned.
earlier on that I was able to get behind, and so
Why Richard
all
Cam
of the
hooked
old
up
school
right?
RuneScape community and basically anybody inside the community. And that was the removal of a microtransaction called Treasure Hunter. And finally, RuneScape
Hi, buddy.
Dragonwilds. I played it when it first came out with
Say hi to chat. It's been so long, my little
and
buddy.
then the most recent expansion, Fell Hollow. I recently
Oh, you
have
want
played
treats?
that one as well, and I have completed it.
Yeah.
And Dragonwilds is a game
Yes,
where
you
it's not
love
even fully
treats?
released. When I
I'll
say
give
that,
you some.
2026, Dragonwilds will be fully released to everybody, completely
Oh.
done. But you can play it now. You will only just get the first 2 expansions. And
Treats
the first
for
2 expansions
Richard.
as a standalone game is incredible. I cannot wait to see the expansion to the
Good
entire
job,
thing when we
buddy.
get the entire world, the entire universe.
Everyone's so
what's
proud
going
of
on
you.
there. So far, the gameplay is incredible. Whoever's working behind that team, honestly, I feel Dragonwilds, when it's released later this year, I don't know when, again, it's going to be a masterpiece when it's fully done, when you can start a new character, go through Ashen Vale,
Yes,
go
pal.
through Fell Hollow, and then go through the next 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, whatever level of different realms there's going to be.
Whoa, little
but
Richard, he's
you
a
can still
very
play
good little
now
boy.
early, and you can
And
play
he's
the
very
expansions
sweet today.
as they release. Right
He's
now,
been
we
very
have
nice
Ashen
since
Veil,
last
we have
night too.
Valhalla, and
Usually
we'll
when
be
I
getting
leave, I've been
another
leaving for so
expansion
fucking long
fairly soon
that I
in
come back and his
2026,
whole
and that will
foundation
be
is
the
shaken.
release of the
This
Mithril,
time I only left for a little
Fishing
bit, so he
Steel
was just like
Policy,
immediately
Jagex,
kind of pumped to see me. It was very
25-year
nice.
Anniversary, the game, the company, everything. It's looking good, and I'm very, very excited for the future.
And if you guys haven't yet, make sure to go play RuneScape, one of the greatest games of all time.
Get that little stinger in there.
Next up, we have a group of 4 games, that being Darklight Survivor coming from Mirai & Co., Tape 101 coming from Serversa, and Unawake from Reality Art Studio, Nested Lands from 1M Bits Horde.
Unawake is a very crazy name. A whale diving into the ace unit. Tell me more. I'm interested. Let me see that. He did. He's just a little fucking guy. He's just a little guy. Have a lecture in 9 hours. You get some rest, homie. Good to see you. I'm glad you got to make it through the RuneScape section. We fucking love this. Oh, look who's chat. Richard's back, and look at him. He's being a little fucking baby. Nothing more for me to enjoy here. He heard what you said. That guy's back. Oh. Richard, can you flip around completely so everyone can see you? You just kind of look like a fucking blob. Oh yeah, good job. What? He's so dumb. And so damn cute, I fear. Chat quick, someone tell me something unique about this game. Oh, did you see him stretch his paw? He's such a little baby. It's third person and top down. Okay. You know who else is third person and top down?
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
It's a Banisher's Ghost of New Eden like. You smell like shite. Charlie XCX remix, please. I'm in. Alright, you've convinced me. Look at his little paw. Look at this little baby. He's got his fucking arms like this. Oh, he heard me say baby and he knows I'm talking about him. He is baby. Yes. You're a village chief now. Stay clean. Bring out your dad. What is happening? Read me. Put that under fucking files I'm not reading, bro. Got him. This is for 14-year-olds for sure. This is actually in Roblox. Ape 101. Listen now, play demo.
For eternity.
These games haven't overstayed their welcome at all, though. They've been pretty much just trailers, gameplay trailers, which is nice.
and honor.
It's supposed to be Unawake. Guys, it's Expedition 33. I'm assuming.
So much.
That's what Expedition 33 is like.
Glory of angels.
I know, Richie.
Let it in. Let it burn your flesh. Let it burn your soul.
Diablo. Alright, bye, pal. Good Richard session. Any interesting games? Speedy Monkeys. Oh, hold on, Melee. Oh, it's still kind of creepy and gross, though. I do love first-person games where I can play Melee. I don't know why it does something to me. Speedy Monkeys, I have 2 games that I'm really hot on from this show. One of them is a battle royale that takes place in an office and you ride around a fucking office chair with a gun. Is it me or is the audio slightly distorted? Jake sounds fine. Is it? All of the audio or just this trailer? Last Man Sitting is the name, yes. And then the other game is Distant Shores, which is like fucking Mirror's Edge with psychic abilities. This trailer does sound a little crunchy. When the bass hits, it's a little fucking like almost distorted sounding. Like that right there, I don't think sounded very clean.
First up, we saw Darklight Survivor. Maybe the
Keep an eye. Tell me if it
we've
persists.
seen that kind of blew our mind a little bit. You had top down. You had.
I think I could maybe make it a little lower and then turn the. Let me try something.
Instantaneous switch, of course, between top down and third person, but then the pixel art, being able to instantaneously
adapt
yeah.
to.
That's
it's
insane.
really sick.
Yeah, combining both those features, because you said it and I was like, wait, is that what it's doing? I had to.
Yeah.
That might change it.
That's such a crazy.
My understanding.
Such a crazy feature.
So it's a game like a roguelike game.
Yeah.
And
Richard has morphed into a loaf of bread.
Like Vampire Survivors in the style of Megabunk. So
Well, he has a face
you can
sometimes.
either have the top-down view, first-person
But
view,
mostly he's a
whatever you
loaf of
prefer,
bread.
and you swap all the time. Sick.
I need a
I think it's
360
interesting
Richard
to think
cam.
about the strategy element of that.
I never know which
probably,
way he's gonna be
because,
facing.
Like when you're fighting certain things.
Yeah, maybe some
Maybe if you're
bosses
seeing
it's
a
useful.
boss,
Because on the surface, it seems like it's just like it's a personal preference thing, but it might actually have its place in like the gameplay loop. Like if you're in a certain situation, like, I should go top down.
Or maybe
quick.
depending the skill that you use.
Yeah, because you may think that it's just like a gimmick for a different viewpoint or filter or whatever, but the idea that you could use it tactically as a gameplay mechanic
I need
too.
the VR Richard cam.
access
It's time.
Late Q1 of 2026.
It's time.
They already
Chat,
have
we
it
need
allowed. A lot
somebody
of people have played, and
who can
we've said
remote
this a lot of
control
times.
a
One of my favorite
drone
parts,
camera
these devs
inside of
already is that they have
my
listened to their
office
players who have played the
so that
demo.
you guys
They
can
made it a point to tell us, like, we've made
see where Richard is at all
suggestions
times.
in the demo based on player feedback.
Get the perfect angle.
And I think that's super important, especially for a game that looks as good as this, because it can be a lot of fun. You know, roguelike survival with mechanics we've never seen before. As far
They
as I'm
have
aware.
they have
So
showed
it should
an
be fun.
incredible
Next up, we have
amount
Tape 101, a game
of games so
that's probably
far.
Too scary for Jake to play. If I had to,
I had to literally cradle him while we were watching that. I thought he was gonna.
All these things are true. Yeah, you guys know me so well.
That's
what I
fucking
appreciate about
crazy.
it is it's not a jump scare game.
Yeah, they've stressed.
Did you coax
they don't only
Vitruvian to
jump
change his
scares,
name?
it's
At the
specifically
time, there was a lot going on.
Mind melty,
Okay.
unnerving horror.
You will not have jump scares.
People were
but you
very
have
excited at what they had just seen. I had just had my toes pedicured. My feet look very good. I revealed them to chat after somebody redeemed the 1 million channel point redemption of show feet. I showed the feet. Some people got excited. Some names were changed, perhaps.
You're 20 hours in. That's when you're gonna finally see the jump scare. And it's gonna be one big gotcha.
Honestly, I would kind
There are
of
webcams with little gimbals with auto tracking, like Insta360. The problem is, it's like
But there's cool.
it's not like his like left to right or up and down movement. It's his like rotational movement. Like sometimes he just be like pointing this way, and sometimes that way, and sometimes this way. So he's hard to.
as well. It's a village.
Like right now for the camera, the best place to have it would be like directly behind me. But a lot of times I would love to have a camera like right here in front of me, kind of like you get my view of Richard because he looks at me a lot.
I love
Tough to nail down.
games. I love management games and sim games, village management sim games. Like this
It's right at my ass.
Get Richard a collar cam. Richard will not wear a collar. One time I got Richard a hat to wear, and I have a scar on my fucking wrist from the amount of fucking skin he removed from it.
Lost some of your peeps. Yep. Better make better decisions.
What I liked was seeing the blend of like
Auto tracking streaming cams make you like you're on a boat for sure. For sure. I fucked around with the
like that, but I imagine you're also
like NVIDIA GeForce
as like the king,
whatever that does that, and
initially may start with you doing the
your boy be bobbing around.
You
Let's
eventually
just
can
say.
assign villagers to go do the forage, go
Kind of like
hunting.
in Power World, how your pals become your workers without a wage.
Exactly.
Isn't there like a cozy Power World game coming out?
A game, a first-person action game, mixed kind of a.
Case Lang, his partner at the time bit him. I did have to go get a shot.
With melee, ranged weapons, it's hack and slash, it's roguelike.
Where's that at? It's a Poketopia like Pokopia.
I mean, honestly, the art direction was beautiful.
Poketopia was right there. Why did we go Poketopia?
No, but
A
something about it, I
Pokopia
don't
instead
even
of
know about
Poketopia.
comparison. For some reason in the back of my mind, this probably won't make it.
Poketopia.
Mordor-esque, like it just looked really good.
Mordor.
Very dark version of
Pokopia.
Mordor, but light atmosphere.
Yeah, that's
That's like
a bummer version of hell.
Some notes that they gave us: expected to launch early access late 2026 as well. They are designing the game to be moddable after release, which I think is really cool. People who like
Designing the game to be moddable.
they specifically called out it's a central skill and stat tree that is similar to Path of Exile, but more approachable. So it's not going to break
expect a skill forest instead of a skill tree.
Skill forest, lots of complexity.
They forgot to tell the lady that the dress code for this event was owns a couple of
So I think a lot of
skateboards.
it's going to be a game for people who really like their builds of things and like, okay, how can I specialize in this?
Oh, dude, I'm doing this all day. Just
Hold on, it keeps getting better, dude. Every time I see another one of them. Holy fuck.
And then the double sword grab they were doing. And the fact it's moddable, I would love to see the direction that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, there's so much potential. You could have modders come in, do additional
Oh my
levels, boss
god.
fights, romance.
The stream is like when I join a Discord and they yap so much I just mute it. I get that. For sure. Look who's back in action.
Dark for that stuff.
Well,
Little baby.
That attitude, yeah. But maybe with romance, it wouldn't be so dark.
Love can exist.
Little
A
baby.
mod could brighten the world up a little bit.
Next up,
What's
we
your
have a
plan,
very
little
exciting
baby?
segment where we actually got to sit down with the executive producer over all of the Warhammer 40K
Okay.
series, as I understand it,
Over
Anatoly
here.
Shestov.
Okay.
By enemies from within. By enemies from without. By enemies.
Good job, Richard. Warhammer
Imagine you're
40,000
playing
Dark Heresy.
inside Warhammer universe by the guys who can't use the army, who need to find this particular person in charge of bad things to make Imperium stand for one more day before grumbling to dust. That's basically how I would describe it. Just imagine the
I thought you were still in Florida when you were talking about the droid camera.
where no
Yeah,
choices
I
are
wish.
good, but you
No, I don't
don't
wish.
have an option
Opposite of that.
to go away. You need to get your hands dirty, and it's just a matter of how precisely you will achieve this.
Behold,
One of the,
Richard will
like,
now make
most
himself into a
significant
small
changes that any player
ball.
will experience compared to the Rogue Trader.
Good job, buddy.
Would be more stakes, more value in a surrounding, in any environment that you're playing with. The covers, the
Everyone's very
line of
impressed with you.
sights, we read how they are calculated, how they are working, and how much benefit they providing to the party. So it's basically would be more playing around the environment.
Richie boy!
We
Oh, he knew.
abandon the
That's
step
my
up
bad.
mechanics. So if you're ending your turn behind some wall, you are behind some wall. There won't be like one circle around you that allows you to step up of this cover and to shoot at anything. If you so the place where you start your turn, the place where you're
Oh yeah,
ending
buddy.
your
Everyone
turn
loves you.
would be more significant. Other thing is role-playing model. There are way more roles being made inside the combat. Lots of the things making you roll something, lots of the things make your opponents roll something.
Yes,
So
my
it's
friend.
not just your
Friend of
weapon
Shay.
skill or ballistic skill.
You heard it here
it's
first.
way more way more significant influence of the role
He stretches Paul.
that you made previously. Almost all of the combats in the game will have alternative ways to finish them, not just killing all of your enemies. We are allowing player to target specific parts of the body of the enemies, and by doing this we're allowing to make your opponent lose an option to move or lose an option to use abilities. There are different ways how you can tactically approach your desire, your design of how to proceed with the combat. And of course there is a whole new subsystem that came on a change of the momentum. This is a morale system. Momentum was a party based, and you spend.
So gentleman with his white gloves. He's wearing his little tuxedo. He's a proper little fucking guy.
For
He's a sweet boy.
Hersey, we feel it need to be more intimate,
Yes, buddy.
more personal,
Very cute.
and not just for your party. We are not just telling a story through the environment or the words of
He
the
said, "Fuck you, chat,"
dialogue. No,
directly.
We're actually
I want to give you the
making
worst view of me.
We're actually making the culprits. We're actually collecting and interpreting evidence and discussing them with your retinue and analyzing them and making conclusions. There are some other mighty forces inside the scintilla because you're not playing in a vacuum and you need to struggle for power. But most
Kind of
the
against
time,
me.
you are playing as a person in charge, as a person that have authority, and a person who need to make hard choices. One of the most significant ways of the influence of a story.
Building mystique part of his aura, honestly, just a smart move.
Your decision of
Keeps you wanting more. Can't give it all to you right away. You know, you gotta tune into the next stream to see Richard be cute in new and improved ways.
And the level of the toxic sea is growing. And if you're going there as a first place, there will be toxic waste somewhere nearby. And there will be people.
I feel like a couple of years ago, the Warhammer franchise made some kind of announcement about how they were going to change the way they go about games and stop shoveling out so many titles and focus on quality. And I feel like they forgot about that.
Changes in a combat encounters of how they're playing, changes in the narrative.
I really don't into games with dialogue all on the right side of the screen. I don't get why subtitles can't work. Yeah, it is weird. Preserve the visual. I don't even fucking know.
And bring the light of the Emperor to the uncharted void. All must be cleansed in his name.
Is there anything you can tell us about like new factions, new notable characters, or iconic
Rogue
Warhammer
Trader.
40K lore?
There would be trails, and I don't know, most iconic thing that you can potentially name and encounter as a rogue trader is a Treason. It would be some interesting takes.
People like Rogue Trader, maybe? Is that right?
I won't share specifics, not to spoil.
Maybe it's like
the
your clip folder. They just have a few years of backlog ready to go. I was just talking about that. My fucking backlog of clips right now is so crazy. I have like over 500 edited clips ready to go of varying
interesting pieces of
quality
technology
from the
There
past
will
like
be
3
some
years.
Elaboration on a story of the world behind the main road of the Inquisitor Calcasar's shenanigans.
And I feel like I should just start fucking posting them. Just fuck it. Let's just get them out there. Same dev as the Expanse game. Interesting. Warhammer Fanatics became insufferable. That was the game got too much traction and brought that. Yeah.
Can be. Other thing that definitely.
If you only watch Jake's TikTok, you'll never know when he dies. Yeah, for sure. My shit will just fucking live on.
Vaults, the Treason vaults. Some
Forever and ever.
collections of pretty wild things being gathered by this Necron. Of course, this is a Rogue Trader story, and Rogue Trader is kind of part of his void ship. So there would be some.
You'll know. I could go days, possibly weeks, without Squinky knowing I was dead.
Some new
Inside of this home.
to visit, some old places to revisit. It would be new companion with a whole set of unique mechanics inside it. It would be
And likewise,
the
he could as well.
general system of augmentations provided to the players. So if you always wanted to
The normal
replace
stage,
the
I
limbs of
think
the
that might be
hiders
it.
with some like pretty adamant ones, you will have such an option. Not just iron hands from the Biomancy, but the real iron hands. Yes, that's an option. It's the first DLC that allows us to expand the late game parts of the Rogue Trader. And expand it not mechanically.
Okay,
but
listen, we've seen a
expand it
lot of
in
fucking things. There has been
100% of the
nothing
different
more
aspects of the
dry and uninteresting than the Warhammer segment of all of them.
Let's first talk about the new DLC for Rogue Trader.
That was tough. That was a tough watch.
Can you tell people generally
What showcase was say fine, welcome in, homie. So this is the New Game Plus showcase. It's the first ever New Game Plus showcase. It's put on by, they call it a creator-led showcase, and there is no barrier of entry. Anybody that wants to join can join, I believe. Well, I don't know if anyone, but there's no price associated with joining, whether it's invite or application based or whatever. You can show your game for free. So we've seen literally dozens of games.
That's basically
It's still going on. Oh my god, that's crazy.
There's a new companion.
Good, bad, and the ugly.
Also, this companion has unique mechanics, and
They're also doing things like new environments. They're revisiting
I'll
previous
leave this office for a couple weeks. Yeah,
They're altering
exactly.
and
Applies everywhere in
they're
game.
changing, not to get too specific, but they're changing things about the
So
late
indie games,
game
yeah. Oh, there's
to
been a
extend
ton of
that
indie
roadway.
games for
This
sure.
DLC
The amount of
alone
fucking
offers 12 to 15 hours
games
of
has
additional
been
content. Like,
truly
there's a lot
insane
of
here.
meat on the bone.
so
We've seen
I'm very
all of
happy.
this.
I was extremely happy when he said that yes, this game is going to be fully voice acted.
Just a
and I'm really excited.
AAA
because
games,
it
games you
helps
never heard of,
people
games
to,
that are already
you know,
out getting DLC,
have,
games
like,
that are coming
this
out soon.
depth and this.
The biggest
Do you
games, the
understand how
smallest
the
games.
characters
It was the
really
best
feel,
of
especially in
times. It was the worst
world
of
that's so
times.
heavy and difficult.
To be clear, Dark Heresy is it's not like a sequel to Rogue Trader. It's
Yes,
a
it's
separate
a
system.
separate-
It works different mechanically. There's different
Welcome back,
things
Kat.
going on. But my
How was your fucking
understanding,
snack and shit?
and speaking with Anatoly, was that it's going to be a very narrative focus. That's the primary concern. Not that Rogue Trader was not a focus, but that's where a lot of the effort is going with the voiced cast throughout the entire thing and many other aspects of it. The narrative is like the central component.
One of the things that I really enjoyed that he mentioned was
good, clean.
you can target any enemy's specific body parts to sever them during fight.
That was the coolest part that I'd seen.
So it's really nice because if they have like a they're very fast, so you want to target their legs to cripple them and so on.
There are 7 announced Warhammer games. Is fucking
How
criminal.
sometimes you get into a very
Just diluting their
situation where
brand so bad. It's an Atomic Heart like.
and there is still that one guy that
Atomic Heart
all his
40K.
friends being dead in the battlefield, he's still trying his best. That's not going to be really a thing. Enemies can surrender, they can run away, they can.
What was the franchise? Total War Warhammer 40K is coming, right? Isn't that what they announced pretty recently as well? Uncle Altair, my goat. Welcome in,
Thing to
homie.
hear him talk about. Like you can render your opponent
Welcome
useless in whatever different limb you want
Richard?
to actually target, but you can also make them blind. There's so many different unique features to the combat where even when I was listening to talk about it, I was like, okay, wow, I've never played a game like this, but it sounds really intriguing.
Yeah, and it was just interesting to see Anatoly describe how the team wanted to revisit some of those things that are taken for granted in RPGs, like the concept of just an enemy. Well, you fight until all the enemies are dead, and that's it. But the team went back and was like, that doesn't like necessarily make sense. Like sometimes
That wasn't even on the list, so there's actually 9 Warhammer games.
I'm covered in John, you know, like I'm gonna run away now. And that just makes sense.
I love that description he gave. Yeah, I love that one.
It's lovely.
So, question for the group that I want to spin off of this. How do you play these games? Like, okay, now we know this critical system. You can blow their arm off. You can maim them, and they will surrender. Maybe
We know how she's gonna play it.
So the choice, like,
make it as miserable as possible.
Let me take one arm and then feed him that arm while I take off the other arm. Oh, are you surrendering? I can't hear what you're saying.
I think he understands.
Came, my fucking goat. Welcome in. Can we get some W's in that chat, please? My goat. No, you. Welcome in, homie. What's
And I
poppin'?
can't stress enough, Owlcat Games.
I appreciate the
they
sub.
know what they're doing when it comes to CRPGs.
I hope you're doing so damn
They
well.
are not to be messed with. They know
You
what
hear
they're
back
doing,
from
and
that
I think this is one to keep an eye on.
thing that we were talking about.
Next up, a few games.
Towerborn, a game that really came and went.
Games that I would have fun sitting and playing with people, like at a party or with my family. This is going to be Towerborn, coming
Pre-order
from
my
Stoic and
Lambo
Xbox
already.
Game
Atta
Studios.
boy.
Sprint City
Dench
from
Attack. Yeah,
Double
Dench
Dash
Attack
Games,
is
the
very high on my
creators of
fucking list.
Speedrunner, and Dench Attack, coming from Undercoders.
Richard, good job, buddy. You're sitting like a proper man. I'm so proud of you. Here, I'll give you a big screen.
I would describe this as a brawler meets action.
Richard, say something funny.
This is an awesome entry into the brawler space as somebody who tends to play a lot of RPGs and MMOs. So I have a lot of brain space and like I want to make really cool builds. A little less so in like how do I actually dodge and get
Richard,
out of
do a
things
flip.
and find my openings. Early on, I was able to kind of compensate for that by finding nice little gear and little pieces to put together to
Right.
eventually build my.
You
my brawler
sleepy?
skill set.
You gonna take a nap?
So I find myself kind of going back and forth as we play test.
Lavender
I'm
Lamborghini.
finding something that's a
No,
little
that's interesting
difficult
to me.
here. Well, what can I do with my gear set in order to tweak?
I'm pretty sure this would be a
things, or
showcase
is
that
there
was the
different
night.
skills that I should pick
I'm
up
pretty
for
sure
this
this showcase would be a nice
encounter,
tight 1 hour
to be
without the
able to
couch segments.
dive
What were they
right back in.
thinking?
The
Yeah.
player is an ace, which is a
I'm pretty sure
double
these
spender
5, they said it was
humanity,
creator
which is
led, so I think these
currently,
5 might have come
sequestered
together
away
to create
on
this
the
entire
Belfry,
thing,
which
is my
in the
guess.
background over there. It's a tower that was set up for mysterious
So they're heavily
purposes,
featuring
but,
themselves, which does
turned
make
out to be
sense.
a pretty good haven for folks after the fall of their.
This looks cool as fuck, man. Anything of interest? Yeah, Treehorn. It's been really fucking impressive.
To safety, battling the
I don't know what the
beastkin that
fucking
have risen and have become incredibly aggressive, while ultimately attempting to find out
character length
why
is,
did
but
numbers
it's been
fall
crazy.
and what conspiracy is still brewing there.
Oh, I can't copy and paste it. But yeah, there's been some really interesting shit. Things you wouldn't expect.
Inside like a Diablo style RPG gear sort of system, and so we've spent
Let's just get the software to see if I want to do it and then discussing rates. Nothing's been nailed down yet. I love it.
Taking a ton of feedback from our players.
That's
to really
fucking
kind of
perfect.
hone that particular system. So
Og,
players should be
welcome
able to
in,
come
homie. No
pick one of the 4
worries.
classes that we have.
Yeah, Forza
They'll
Horizon
see a
6 on
whole
the
new set
22nd. You know I'm
of
here for that.
skills. They'll find a whole bunch of new equipment.
Fucking
And the idea
Fable.
should be that
Fucking
they
Fable. Sorry, Richard, I got excited about
feel
Fable.
Like one of
He's
several
staring at me. He
heroes
got the
going
death
in
stare.
and
He's
a
like,
bunch
shut the
of,
fuck up. I was
awesome
sleeping.
Monsters. We've tried to add new enemies, new lieutenants, some new bosses. I think people are gonna feel like quite the adventure as they go into the updated version of Towerborn. Stoic has always tried to be player first. When we decided to do early access for Towerborn, a lot of that was born out of we had a vision of trying to evolve the
Do you guys think I'll get excited and call Dench Attack the bus game again, and everyone will say that? Yeah, that's definitely a bus, dude, and not a train.
Games
Make fucking fun of me.
taken different routes. You know, some have taken kind of the roguelite route, some stayed into the traditional. We wanted to kind of expand it to more like the true action RPG. And in order to do that, early access was very
Absolutely,
very important
yeah.
to figure
Yep,
out what
that's
was
the one that
gonna
we heard
work
about this
and
past
what
year for
wasn't.
sure.
Simultaneously, we didn't want to be caught in early access limbo, right? Like, I'm sure this is the kind of things that you would love to talk about. I love to talk about them too. How do you not stay in early access for 7 years? Our intent and purpose was we need to come out of early access solid. And there is a certain point where you just collect everything. Most of the feedback that's coming in either kind of falls into an existing category. Hey, a lot of people have said this thing. You know, maybe you might get something new, but you look at it and you're like, yes, it's new, but it's not reaching the, kind of urgency that some of these other things are. We have a good list of things now. This is kind of what the players have told us.
It's the
We need to
trader.
really
Man,
deliver
I'm
on
looking
that.
at this
Best
and this
way
looks
we can
fun.
deliver on that is just,
And it looks more visually
put your head
appealing than
down,
Absalom.
focus,
Absalom?
and
Absalom.
create an experience that
Absolute.
I believe is worthy of coming out of early
Single
access.
car and had
People should
no
look at that
driver. It
and
felt
say,
like a bus.
"Oh,
See?
okay, I see why
Why
you
can't
did
people
it.
treat me with
Absolutely
respect?
was worth it. I can see a
I was saying this
clear
looks kind of
night
cool,
and day
yeah, for
difference
sure.
between what
I
is in
remember
live right
being
now
interested in
and
this
what I'm
game, and then it
receiving
launched like only on PC early access and not on Xbox. It had I think they biffed their launch a little bit.
Certain pieces of actual gear that you would earn through the game, but there was no cosmetic version of that, and so you had to make the choice of like, do I want to look
Look how
good,
stoic Richard
or
looks.
do I want to look a little janky but more powerful? And so we added the ability to be able to
You're a
create a
gentleman.
cosmetic version of the gear that you earn through writs, which are earned through completing adventures.
And so the idea initially with Towerborn was we just want to make a fun beat 'em up with a light story in the background. We weren't really going to lean into kind of the stoic,
This game's dev is stoic. I had stoic on the mind. I was looking forward to my
strengths
cat.
that we have, and we just kind of wanted to take a bit of a breather. And we expected, perhaps incorrectly, that the community would see it for what it is and be okay with it. But it turned out a lot of people were like, wait, you have something very interesting in the background here. You know, we actually really want to know what's going on. We really would like something more clearly leading us through. And so
This guy's fucking
spent a very significant amount of time.
There has
and
been
resource
so
to
many
put
people,
a
like developers on this show, that have either like the fucking green screen background or the like blurry room background. It's blowing my fucking mind. Does everyone live in a trash heap?
12 to 20-ish.
I assume whenever I see a blurred out background, I'm like, dirty clothes. Dirty clothes everywhere, trash, bag of McDonald's. Oh yeah. Now this is the good stuff. This is the train game that was promised. Look how fun this looks. That's just pure fun and enjoyment. Ready to go. I'm ready to drive my train.
Hello, we're Undercoders, and in the studio based in Barcelona. Recently, we've been focused on developing 3D platformers, but our studio is heavily influenced by arcade classics, Japanese culture, and extreme
3D platformers.
Games. And Dense Attack is our dream project, a step forward for the studio combining everything we love.
I hope this game does well. Usually recommended if not required for corporate Zoom stuff, just to reduce distractions, have everyone as uniform as possible. Yeah. But for a fucking show up at your what's it called thing?
As you travel through Japan, taking the railways back. We are making a game.
If you're gonna be on the new game plus sign showcase, show off your Puck Mario plush.
From our first trip
show off your Sonic Adventure statuette.
Across Japan by train and being able to dive into the local culture, getting to know the
Bus Simulator 2026, Bus Simulator, but fucking cool.
And we're always captivated by the sheer contrast of their peaceful countryside and the high energy of its huge cities, which somehow feels connected and part of the
Put it all out in the open. Honestly, I fear he did well.
That has been fueling our creative energy.
Sayonara Wild Hearts for people with bus special interests. Future Worm Corpse, you just didn't want to say it. You can say bus autism in here. Everyone has some sort of vehicular autism that has autism. Mine's planes. Many have bus. Some have trains. Others have tractors.
With a bunch of unique
trucks.
characters from different gangs and
Buses,
personalities that you will
correct.
have to face on your journey through Japan. And with every new challenge, you will go as a Denshi attacker and further add to the chaos.
Ooh, I love that little overworld map. I have drone autism. That's a very new and emerging type.
Different but recognizable.
The Waluigi poster goes so hard I didn't see it.
Closely, you'll catch references to every corner of Japanese culture.
Oh my god, no, chat, we've talked about that poster before. Do you guys remember that? The character in the bottom right that we were trying to fucking figure out?
These are always full of
I
surprises.
forgot about
you
that.
Never know what secret technique your rebel hides, so you'll have to get
It's so
creative
cool.
to work on them with your friends.
It's like an
They're a
old
mix of
Japanese
spectacle, personality,
promotional
and
poster
talents
for, I
that
think,
non-respect
Mario
for
Tennis or something like that.
anime-style showdown made game.
Or no, it was an arcade Mario Kart. I think it's from like the Namco Mario Kart Japanese release. The one developed by fucking Namco that has like Pac-Man and shit in it.
Can't miss this train.
Cool, welcome in, homie.
Wish list now.
Arcade only
We can't wait
Mario
to show
Kart,
you
yep.
more.
So fucking rad. Entire train set world in his basement. Oh, I fucking love that. Now I know, yeah. So cool though. Oh, you grandpa.
Wishlist now. Wishlist now. We can share. Wishlist now. We can't wait to show you more.
Whoa, what is this? Free access for friends? Hold on, this would be sick with chat. 7 of you guys fucking hopping around with me doing this bullshit. Love a good grapple hook. It reminds me of N+. I think we've seen this and I've said the exact same thing. Chad, if you've never played N or N+, the like ninja platforming challenge game where you wall run and jump. From the developers of Speedrunners comes a game that looks like Speedrunners. So true.
I talked to McLaren and
2 out of the 4 GameStops in my area are closed. I heard about a bunch of surprise closings of GameStops in like the last
They
week.
want to focus more on the RPG side of things, but technically speaking, looter, brawler, side scroller, like you said, meant to be
like Castle Crashers.
Yeah, that is definitely the most common comparison.
We gotta get Sprint City on that docket too, Chad, if anyone has a chance. Sprint City seems pretty cool, and it's Q1, so I feel like it's imminent.
Game now going to full release. So this is their big
You say bingo brawler? I don't know, possibly.
full release, but it was already definitely justified. Upon full release, we're looking at 170 plus missions. What they say is
I was busy
around
not
20
paying
plus
attention.
hours
It
of
was
content,
sweet.
And they also want to focus on these builds, which lead to an ultimate replayability. So there's also a difficulty.
He's frozen. It's not me. This isn't my fault. This isn't my fault.
They have a level that is going to be
AK,
called,
my
I believe,
fucking man. Welcome in, homie.
And from what I'm being told, it will
Workers
be
didn't even really know.
extremely
That's so
difficult, but the
crazy.
game is meant to be
Imagine just being told, like, don't come into work today. We don't know what's going on, but the store is closed.
as you play through.
There's definitely a huge market for co-op couch gaming right now in a world of like online
Oh, yeah.
multiplayer.
Callisto
like, that's
Bingo
kind of a lost
Bong.
where you saw successive games like
That's
Foot
right.
Fiction, stuff like that. So.
For those of you
I need to fist bump as soon as I come in.
lonely without
Fist bump at your leisure, my fucking goat. Don't you worry about it.
by myself every time I have
I love this shit. I'm doing great though. I'm having a fucking decent time watching this shit. Lots of downtime for us to yap, and then some cool glimpses of games and opportunities to fucking talk about it. I wish I wasn't talking over these guys, but the slow pacing works for a reaction stream. Again, a lot of this shit is like, could have been in an email type of thing. Hold on, I'm gonna let Richard out of this office.
Side scroller with so much replayability.
And it's another situation where they took a ton of feedback from early access.
Yes, heavily community focused. Again, we've said it many a times. A lot of these devs know how to listen to feedback.
Gray
because those are their
sweatpants,
diehards.
motherfuckers. Y'all don't get to see that.
Next up, we
I gotta fucking tactically cover my shit up.
I love these. You tried to steal it from me, but I was taking that.
Love good, yeah, I'm such insane.
I love these.
Y'all have got me before. I fucking found that picture
I had seen
in
this game before, but I didn't really understand what it even
Canva
was.
recently.
But now I understand what it
It
is.
rotates the season, I know.
Like it makes sense. As
Where
weird as
was
is
it?
to
Where did I
say
show that
an
picture?
acrobatic training game.
Hold on, I think
makes
I-
sense to me. It makes sense now.
Yeah, because we were talking what, like Temple.
That is a game for the new generation.
Like
yes.
Temple Runner X, like TikTok.
Yeah, you see it's under a Joe Rogan clip on TikTok, like to keep people's attention.
But in the best of way, because also I love doing this kind of format because you see a different side of those devs. Like they went out of their way to send us that stuff, and we get to see a different side of them, and to see and connect to the faces behind it and see their enthusiasm.
This is when I stood up on stream to show you guys that I'm capable of juggling, and I was wearing gray sweatpants, and I just had full fucking like dick print on stream. I edited a fucking elephant onto it so that you couldn't see it, but this was the situation.
Glance, you're like, what is this? And then you were like, you were seeing more of it.
I can't wait to know these storylines.
Exactly. So it seems fun and engaging, and then there's like, oh, there's a story behind this.
And
you're
those
like,
real
okay.
bosses.
The gap difference, I know. They got the fucking wide boys. That's insane. That's insane.
Lovely. Train out of 10.
Next up in that group, we had Sprint City. That is coming from Double Dutch, which was the creators of Speedrunners, which is another
I didn't
very
mean to.
popular, couch game that people have played for a very long time. They have Speedrunners 2 already coming out, but this is a whole different.
Maxie Rivers grabbing an orange on his Patreon.
Game that, in a good way,
Crazy.
really pissed me off to
I'll give you a little fucking foot writing. I put a fucking pencil in between my big toe and my pointer toe. Write you a little fucking message if you're a tier 3.
the others, and it just kind of leaves you real upset.
Jump and you're like, I'm gonna get it.
Upgrade to tier 3 now for a foot written message. You don't get to watch me write it, but I will write you one and show it.
Are over at like a party, it's like the Super Smash Bros. Effect.
Yes,
it's like we
Now's your
played
chance.
a round of Pong or something, and now we want to play a video game together. We're gonna go play this, and people are gonna get pissed, and Jake and Rob are gonna get in a fist.
Worse than the Kojima event. What if I'm already subbed? Not too late to upgrade.
Just look at the
How many chatters missed the 1,000,000 point foot redeem? Excellent question.
Cooked with your families?
If so, worry not. Because for a million channel points, I'll show them again, baby.
It's no fantastic communication. In this case, my understanding is the game is much more competitive, where you're playing against your friends and working together.
Javo has gifted a tier 3 sub. Let's fucking go, dude.
And like speedrunners, and so I feel
W's in the chat. I'll just gifted 10 tier 3 subs.
Once you're hitting all the
You can be too good or your friends won't play with you.
That's so fucking funny. Dim, welcome in. Oh, yo, this is the segment.
Goldman from We Appy Studio and THQ Nordic.
Yo.
We have Dust Fade from Weird Beluga in Fireshine, and another Fireshine
Let's go.
game with Pugstorm called Core Keeper.
Yo, what the? Terror hurts. You got a tier 3 sub. I'm gonna write you a message with my feet. Jetwebs, thank you so much for the gifted sub. That's so funny. Terror hurts. Now you just set that to renew for the next 10-15 years. I'm just kidding.
What?
What do you mean he smashed?
What do you think? He fell from a great height.
Yeah, but he couldn't have... did he really...
Too funny. Dimbulb, thank you again for the raid. What were you getting into today? Chat, will somebody rate, shout out Dimbulb, please? Exclamation point SO, and then just at Dimbulb Studios Inc. It'll shout them out. Anyone can do it. You don't even have to be a mod. Where the water tastes like wine? I don't know what that is. I remember this yappy ass trailer though. This I remember. Osiris, thank you so much. The Eternal Life of Goldman. Play more AC, hell yeah. Yeah, holiday break. Very common. Pugstorm is a very good name. Oh, this is Core Keeper. I really like this game. This is like a Stardew Valley that takes place underground, with an emphasis on like combat and exploration, and it's very fucking interesting. I played it with the real life homies for a while. So Minecraft, yeah, kind of, but that top down thing, it's really fucking good. It's so dark. There's an emphasis on like lighting things up manually. You can make your characters glow or carry lanterns and shit like that. But it was a great co-op with your homies game. Everyone's doing their own thing, coming together for some big quests, going their separate ways to work on things. Now this is what I'm talking about.
Do you want to die?
Kind of. Yeah. Ooh, it's a little soulsy for me, this combat. Big red health bar. Yeah, this is on the list though. Even with this combat, I'm pretty fucking... Oh, hold on. That felt more like Kingdom Hearts. The dodge roll is a lot in the pair. It looks like there's like a slow motion thing when you dodge. Team Very 7 out of 10. I'm so in on this. I didn't know that there was a fucking demo. I would have definitely played this. Oh, cool. That's very Ratchet and Clank right there. This is right up my alley. Surprise! Isn't shitty enough for a Kingdom Hearts like. Big love floaty jumps. Oh my god, I love floaty jumps, floaty combat. Count me in.
You can't turn back time, my star.
My star?
It'll be different, but
my plum?
Be okay.
Is this just gonna yeah, this is just booting us into the fucking trailer, I think, right? Ooh. Yeah, man, this is just right up my alley. A little bit of Ratchet and Clank, a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, a little bit of platforming, a little bit of combat, a little bit of puzzle solving. I'm extremely, extremely interested. Cool environmental design. Oh my god. We watched this like an hour ago. Yeah, I just brought it up separately. They posted it on PlayStation's YouTube page like an hour or two before it's premiering here. So we watched it early. Duskfade.
First, we had Eternal Life of Goldman that we just watched that trailer.
Extremely interested.
Style is crazy.
I love the hand-drawn vibe.
I'm very out on Eternal Life of Goldman.
It looks so good.
Classic animation.
It gives me also Cuphead too.
Cuphead, it's like Cuphead, Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Oh, and so they've had a previous trailer that was very.
Look at this Reba's Got style, yeah.
The narration
I think it'll be a good fucking few nighter. I hope it doesn't overstay its welcome. I hope that shit's like 7 hours long. You know?
I miss the murder vibes.
But like it works. I'm so excited. I think it looks so good.
It's gonna be emotional. It seems like an emotional game.
Yes.
That like people are gonna get tied to. Like you said, Hollow Knight. What was it? Celeste, sort of.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, game of the year. I don't know.
Whoa.
As people like to say about any game.
Yeah, they have a free demo launching in February actually, so people can actually try it.
I love the narration, and I can't wait to see more behind it.
Like we touched on, I think it's one of those
I
games
don't
that
like the
people play
narration.
because it's like a challenging platformer, side-scroller type game, and then you're gonna
I'm
be
out.
sobbing by the end of it.
Chat,
It just
I
seems
think
very, like, they tell you
we're probably
just
gonna
enough to
do
pique your interest. They don't tell you much in the trailer.
Tuesday night jamboree.
Yeah, and it seems very dark.
Wednesday night. I think Wednesday the
Hopefully it sets you
14th.
up perfect for a sequel.
Wednesday the 14th.
Hand-painted.
Jamboree.
As well.
Jake's Nutty
Hand-drawn.
Adventure.
I don't even know how you do that though. Like, how do you hand draw a game? That's crazy.
See, hopefully next year we have
People more talented than us. This is why we're sitting here. And
I'm like, where are the frames at? What do you?
That's one of the games that would be really cool to go.
And
deep
then
dive on
I
in
think
the
we start
super
taking
high.
donations. Nut on screen.
Call us.
I will be nutting on stream.
We will fly there, I promise.
Next up, then we had Core Keeper, a game that you two especially are very familiar with. We have an update
I
coming where
am
you're going to be
thinking
able
we
to
do
have a massive
the
update,
fucking
with the Northern Biome on January 28th. There's
Kung
a new
Fu Panda
boss,
Express
there's
Jamboree.
next-gen
I
weapons,
think is the next
armor,
option.
whole new stuff.
Truth be told.
Yeah, I play this a lot.
Let me make sure the
My
Panda
wife,
Express near me
it's
is
just
still
like
open.
One of our couple of games, and I love it. And so seeing new content is crazy.
I played it a lot by myself. I started playing it, and suddenly I had over 100 hours in this game. I wish I could show off my base.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to go early.
I mentioned it to Lua that
It's got bad hours.
I felt pretty good about where it was.
It's only open until
About 100
7
hours,
p.m.
and I this, and this. I'm like, okay, I'll just leave.
It's a great game. I had a lot of fun. It's one of these games you start, and suddenly you spent a week playing it.
You will lose yourself. The other night we stayed up till 1 a.m.
Imagine playing that for it to be closed. I know.
To play till 11, and it
That's
just
a little early though for a jamboree, man.
Just do one more run through the mines. I'll be right back.
How would you like define this
I
game
guess-
to someone who hasn't seen it?
I mean, I would say it's Stardew Valley.
The Metal Gear Solid 5 Guys Jamboree. Now that's
Player
interesting.
Co-op, so you can play with all of your friends, unless you have way more friends than me.
That's very interesting. When I get to 5, that might be good. I really want to start Metal Gear Solid 4 like this weekend. But we got a lot of stuff stacking up for fun events. I might
you
not
can actually use your same
start anything of
character in
consequence
different
until
save
next week.
files. So if you're
But,
playing by yourself or in your friend's server, you
tomorrow,
can use the same character, or you can make a new character.
I really
for
want to
their server.
do
So it's kind of like you can visit their home.
Dragon Quest.
I forgot about that.
Oh, the boss fights are so good.
Stardew Valley, more combat focused, but also co-op and boss fights.
So different boss fights have different mechanics. The boss system in this game is actually
I want to
excellent.
do. Golden Globes with Barbs is Sunday night.
the bosses on the
Wednesday
game.
is
As of right
the
now, so I can't wait for the update.
Jake's Nutty Adventure.
For a new one.
Then finally in that section we had Dusk Fade from Weird Beluga and Fire Shine.
5 enemies behind him. Now that's interesting.
Love letter to the golden era of 3D action platforming like Jak and Daxter in Ratchet.
Apple B Movie the Game Jamboree featuring the Quesadilla Cheeseburger. What is the Quesadilla Cheeseburger?
And then there's boss fights with dodge rolls and health bars, so therefore it is a Souls-like.
And we saw so many different environments too.
Well, you know, like some games, you see the gameplay and
She's
you're
about
just.
to lose her mind.
Well, I was
Is
gonna
this
say, like,
new?
you see some gameplay and you just like, you know, it's gonna.
I haven't been to an
good.
Applebee's. When was the last time, chat, you went to an Applebee's?
Yeah,
There's so much dopamine being released.
I am guessing
Yeah, you get destroyed.
I last went to
I will
Applebee's
get there.
in
It looks very, very good.
It's like cute. It looks like a
2016.
fun game, like you would let your kids play as well.
Is it like a good
Yeah.
combination of all that?
Yeah,
It's all like a
but you'll have to
Looney Tunes
fast
arts there a
forward.
little
You'll have to
bit.
fast forward.
Yeah, the
You'll have
sword.
to fast. Yeah.
Devs
You'll have
describe
to
a
fast
game as a love
forward.
letter to a certain genre or to other games and are not afraid to embrace that.
Like 8 years ago, 3 years ago, 1996, 15 years at least, 2011 for me. I used to work really close to an Applebee's, and I would go to that Applebee's like once a month on break to just like sit down for 50 minutes, you know what I mean, at the bar and eat a fucking hot meal and pretend I didn't want to kill myself.
Tellers as well as Gallipoli from Black Mill Games.
Citizens of Nippon, a new dawn rises upon your land. Through progress and technology,
And a grilled cheeseburger delivered. Were they good?
prosperity to all.
They have a secret Mountain Dew there, I heard.
Your nation ripples with mutiny. But our technology will protect your peace.
Better than you'd think, yeah. An Applebee's Jamboree would be pretty good.
That stand in the way of progress.
Honestly, Apple B-Movie Jamboree. There's a B-Movie game that sucks, right?
Where there is darkness. Together, we march into a brighter tomorrow.
Ooh, fuck.
For peace. For progress. For the Empire.
Oh my god, chat. Would it be Q Jambo? Yeah, it's very good.
This is Ricardo.
What game was that?
I'm the co-founder at Epicteros Entertainment. I'm here to tell you about our first
I've
game,
missed it for a second.
Pathfinder Afterlight, licensed from Pyre.
Is that correct? Owlcat?
At its core, Starfinder
I didn't catch the
Afterlight
name.
is a party-based RPG in a universe that mixes technology and magic. We focus on creating great storytelling.
They have a
inspired
sealed
by
copy
movies
of
like
B-Movie for
Guardians of the
360 for like
Galaxy or shows
35
like
bucks. Shadow of the Road. Hertz, thank you so
While
much.
in the game, you will create your own character.
Very
in the
helpful. I
demo,
take a
you play
note
as
and then
one
I
of the
put this all in my YouTube
companions.
description so that if someone searches like Shadow of the Road reaction,
So you give orders? Naughty.
then maybe I come up in their search and people subscribe to me. So I have this long ass fucking list of games that have been here.
Thanks to the success of our Kickstarter, our game will have full voiceover. The dialogue system is the main way to introduce the player to the lore of
That'll all get fucking added. Sometimes I miss some and I have to ask my chat. How fucking funny would it be, chat, to do... Can someone ban this spammer? Fucking wall of text essaying? Do we have essaying in the fucking... Isn't that the fucking thing? Who would know? Ike would know. What's the 7TV thing there?
Weird feeling of being naked. It's
Chatting Treon!
Gaze is like an
Holy
X-ray
double
machine.
sender.
By the looks on her face,
I need essaying added to
she either
fucking
thinks you're a
7TV.
joke
Let me see if I can figure this out.
song playing.
That was our narrator, Roger Clark, known from the Red Dead
Roger
Redemption
Clark,
series,
dude.
giving
One of
right
the
to
10
space
fucking
western
voice
feeling
actors
we're
that
looking
exist.
for in the game.
Yeah, sorry to ruin happy hour for you, but I have bad news about the big one and the runt. Don't worry. I promise not to say I told you so.
Lou here is referring to Tycho and Cole, our friends, that after a heist gone wrong, should meet us here. Lou seems to know something about them. If you push Lou about the information she's skipping, she's going to be annoyed, and that will lower your approval with her and limit your potential romance options.
hotshot. I own the info. I choose how to deliver it.
All right, we're in. If you have 7 TV, I think you can see it.
All right. They were ambushed at Secubot offices.
Disco light
They knew they
is-
were coming, so now the odd couple needs our help. Happy now?
We start the combat right away. The security robots are looking for us and are waiting outside the bar.
Dude, it sounds stupid, but like this computer is such an upgrade for me. Just being in Florida using my old computer that I was using up until a couple months ago.
3 actions per turn.
Fucking
Blue already starts in a very good
to
place.
open
She's a
up
support character, so
another
it's
web
very
browser
fun to spend
page
time.
and open up 7 TV, my stream would stutter. My fucking shit might crash.
Sterling when he
Or
attacks
actually, it's not working perfectly for me.
and then shoot again.
Night and day, dog. You got that right. Very excited to go back through it. There's a lot of great stuff in here. Really cool interviews, Noah. The pacing is severely fucked. Because of the 5 creators, I think have a vested interest in like their own commentary and shit, because I think they put this thing together. Every single segment of like 3 to 5 games is wrapped up with a like equally long segment of the 5 people just fucking sitting there and talking to each other about it. It's insane.
We decided to stay away
Mr. Jake Fromlaw, good to see you. I'm doing great. How are you? Welcome in. Wow, good looking out. I got you, of course, dog. Oh yeah, can I rate you a go live notification? Absolutely.
Time for my close-up.
In my new favorite series. Let's see. Hold on. There you go.
This is it. The team
Where Tifa? Oh, you can use that one too.
Hours in early access for summer next year. We cannot wait to show you more. Thanks for watching.
That's very long. A long fucking people aren't making long enough fucking things. Get them in there. Make them read. Demand their attention.
Hardcore multiplayer first-person shooter set in the Middle Eastern theater of World War I. It features authentic
Shay
weapons,
seems to be loving Final Fantasy VII Remake,
that you play with,
and it's making me so
50-player,
fucking happy.
servers. How we approach it is we have a unique blend
Back,
of
did I miss anything good? There's been a lot of stuff. It's fucking insane. Dusk Fade is up there for me.
Those are always the actual battles.
And that's you, Jake.
The ones that were actually used, and uniforms that are as accurate as possible and plausibly
Dusk Fade,
it sets a
Last
smart
Man
area, we
Sitting,
go quite deep on the
and
history,
Distant
but then
Shores.
again, we're more accessible than say some of the military simulators. It's easy to jump into. Game is a bit more approachable. So
Fuck, I think I missed a couple
it sets it
games.
apart from another subgenre in the shooters.
Anything on Mina the
as well.
Hollower?
If you
Nothing.
wield one of the rifles in the game, the bolt action rifles, you expect it to be one shot, one kill. The rest of the game is built around that premise.
What was the? Did anyone catch the name of the game that looked like Disco
The
Elysium?
case that somebody goes around the corner and kills the entire team within 1 second. So it's especially in
Orange
multiplayer,
Julius Caesar's Jamboree. Play Caesar in Civ 6.
everything's built sort of
Ooh.
around making sure
Now that's
that the game feels
interesting.
fair. So there's a balance between in the gunplay that needs to happen, as well as in the way we handle spawning and how quick you are back into the battle. You're very quick to be in combat here. There's other quirky weapons that are part of the arsenals, but these are accurate. They were used. We don't do experimental weapons. We try to stay as accurate as possible.
Zero Parades. Fucking iconic. That sounds right.
Using some geodata, a lot of
Me when I want a
investigation,
parade
images, trying to
real
puzzle
bad,
together
but
how it looked like when it was
she says no.
place. When you're under fire, you have a
Classic Jamboree where you play Mina the Hollower while eating ass.
Custom animations to it, so
Zero
quite
Parades for
elaborate.
Dead
Not a lot of
Spies.
games, if at all, do this.
Icon.
Where it's really dynamic
Okay, you're so
based
helpful.
on what happens, and still fair.
You're so helpful.
In the way that the rules. Are
Look
it's not a
me.
random scamming
It's
system.
so
It's really
funny.
dependent on what the player does. One of the cooler things is that you can now build stuff together. Part of the game mode will be
You
that
kill
you
Caesar in Assassin's Creed Origins.
objectives and machine guns and
Probably.
and other things together. It's kind of like
Starfinder
evolution
Afterlight.
of
Got
the
it.
game mode we had in Isonzo.
Got it.
Taken to 11.
After-
It's really, you fight over a
Afterlight.
certain area. Once it's captured, you have to.
Okay, Shadow of the Road, Starfinder Pathfinder Afterlife, Zero Parade for Dead Spies, World War I, Gallipoli.
Guys, first we looked at Shadow of the Road there. Story tactical driven RPG in Japan, but also some like supernatural stuff going on.
Okay, so I actually played the
Man,
demo for
Assassin's
this
Creed
game,
Origins is a game that I'm
and
very
it was
interested in.
super fun. It
Also,
felt kinda
lightly on the
like
docket is
XCOM
Assassin's Creed 2 and 3. I'm not sure which one.
Samurai, but
I have a
there were,
lot
like,
of stuff that I
very
want to
unique
play this
twists.
year for
The
like
final
those
fight in the demo is
mid-ranger
actually
retro
really
games.
sick.
My
I hope
docket
you enjoy
is
it. There was, like,
extremely
cool
full
mechanics and, I don't know, give the demo a go and fun
right
stuff.
now
If you like
for
the
January.
Kind of like XCOM tactical,
Who girl?
maybe
I don't
even
remember.
a little bit of like the Baldur's Gate type.
I don't remember any of these people's names. One of them's named Jake.
Release for this game, I would say
3 sucks. Please do
to
2.
me,
Yeah.
someone who doesn't play these types of games.
Luality. Yeah. I
the
think that's it.
storyline, or not the storyline, like the
Luality.
environment is cool. It's Japan with
Wingstop
supernatural
me
elements.
from playing this game, playing Tetris 99. The Wingstop playing Tetris Forever Jamboree, where I play Tetris Forever and
I would say it's
eat
sci-fi, but I would
Wingstop.
say like mythology. It's just some really sick stuff. There is a lot of exploration, and exploration is actually quite cool. You can like change things in the
Because he's shot in the head.
Then we got Starfinder coming from Epic Tellers. That's going to be in early access in 2026 as of right now, and the demo is actually going to be available soon during Steam Next Fest. So when this airs, that will be a month away.
So I actually got to talk with the devs. They were very happy that the Kickstarter was doing so well.
Don't spoil.
They also got a very good team.
Historical
in the
event
voice
spoilers.
acting team, and the game seems super exciting. I can't wait to hear more about it.
I mean, being built off of Pathfinder, I think you said 2nd edition.
Yes.
You know, there's going to be a lot of depth and complexity when it comes to combat too. So, I mean,
How many Steam Next Fest are there
I can see why
per
people
year?
are excited.
Excellent question.
Yeah, to certainly see.
But to me,
More than 2, less than 4, I think. But including 2 and 4, I want to say there's 3.
Kind of like the Persona vibes.
Pizza Hut Hike Jamboree where you play NFL. Fuck, that's so good.
As well. I think they have a couple of notable names.
Sombra from Overwatch.
Yeah, so they put a lot of detail into those, which I can appreciate, even as someone who doesn't.
And funnily enough, this
That's so
character
good.
that I mentioned, that's this larvae with this grub-like character with a grub, is actually voiced by the same VA as Asterion. So,
One of the 15 fucking voice actors that there are. Thank you for blessing me. I haven't been sneezing that bad, but
and he's also the
I haven't spent that much time about Richard. I'm
voice
assuming I'm gonna start sneezing a lot. This always happens to me when I come back. But again, I wasn't gone for as long,
Final one, Jake,
so possibly it won't be that bad this time.
With someone who, I mean, I remember you saying during the interview, it felt like a high school lesson for you listening.
Yeah, it was awesome to talk to Josh, and he gave me a real quick pronunciation lesson because luckily I got his name
Domino's
right.
ass
Didn't
jamboree,
get
where
the
you
name of the
eat
game
dominoes
right
off of
because
my
being from
ass.
Iowa, I said
And your name is
Gallipoli,
Noah.
and it's
For audio
it is
listeners.
pronounced Gallipoli. Long story
Right.
short, Gallipoli is covering the
Now that's
Ottoman front,
something.
the Eastern
White
front
Castle
for all
Crashers
this,
is good.
and what
I
you'll
have
find
no
with Black
White
Bolt
Castle
games is they always have
within
realistic
300
weaponry,
miles of me,
for the side they're covering,
which is
and
fucking
for the
insane.
time being World War I,
And a shame. I would fucking live at White Castle.
The uniforms, there's so much attention to detail. And
I fuck with White Castle so heavily.
The suppression system, where
coolest thing.
It's
And
basically like
also,
when
if
the
I
fire's
lived by a
coming
White
in,
Castle where I could order like individual fucking sliders, like an asshole with an online ordering app. Oh my god, I would be a monster. I'd be like, can I get 1 chicken ring slider, 1 sloppy joe slider, 1 traditional slider, 1 chicken and waffle slider? I would just get like 8 fucking different sliders that are all banging and just eat them sequentially.
Yeah, they want to do it justice of telling
Raising
stories of
Cane's where you
actual
raise a
battles
real
that did
child
take
while
place.
playing Who's Your
They're gonna
Daddy.
tell
Now
you the
that's
strength,
very
but they're gonna
interesting.
continue. I even asked
In and Out
him,
is good for an
will you
extraction
progress
shooter, but I doubt you have more than
forward
10
on
hours.
as a
Yeah,
studio?
I'm even.
He's like, well, we got lots to
I
do
think
still for World War
continentally
I. It was a
the
big
furthest
war. It
away
lasted a long time.
from an In and
so
Out
they're not even
that
done
I could
here, and
possibly
luckily
be.
They have found themselves a diehard audience that wants to see
Well,
this
I know
story
White
told,
Castle, yeah, it's
battle
terrible.
to battle, all encompassing the same war.
Well, and it's such a fascinating way.
Papa
to be able
Gino's,
to
dude. If I had a
preserve
Papa Gino's near me, I have a Papa Gino's probably an hour and a half from me. The closest Papa Gino's to me is the same Papa Gino's that
see what it was like in a
I had closest to me when I lived in fucking Boston. I used to have a fucking Papa Gino's 10 minutes from me, and I worked like 2 minutes from one, and it was fucking awesome. Oh, finally Crimson
Now,
Desert.
Our final section we have here, a very exciting, a very cool one, if I had to say and use a word I haven't used so far. For the first time, a very cool section here. First up, we have Where Winds Meet, a game that obviously is
GTA
already
5,
out,
guys,
but
before
we are
6 comes
getting
out.
a brand
That's
new
very good.
boss coming to the Western version of the game in Dino Blade, coming from Team Spino. Incredible looking game. And we also have exclusive
See, like
interview
this,
content with
get this
Air
out.
Desert.
You don't need this at all. Don't preface what's coming. Just show the fucking game. You know? I would love to edit this for them. Right across the border in New Hampshire. No shit.
The south still shine bright.
I used to fucking, in Boston, there's one that's a combination Papa Gino's D'Angelo's. My favorite fucking shit in the world. In the fucking world. Papa D'Angelo, you got that right. Oh, you got that right. What the fuck is, what am I looking at? Is this where winds meet? Papa John's. Now Papa John, what's the Papa John's Jamboree? Tell me on that. Papa John Carpenter's Toxic Commando Jamboree or whatever the fuck that means. Hold on. I drafted Crimson Desert last year because I saw a leak that said it was coming out in December. Oh, fuck. I think that game is going to do very well. Papa John Madden's... Papa John Marston's Undead Nightmare is also very good. What about Papa... Papa like Master Chief. Papa. Dude, in the final season of Stranger Things, every time those adults referred to the fucking doctor as Papa, it was so funny. You can go there, like Papa taught us. I was like, okay. The Bully Jamboree. Play Bully listening to Kanye's album for the first time. Now that is of interest to me. But I need to listen to that separately, I fear. I have a whole fucking... What's it called? I think I haven't heard Vultures 2 at all. Or the EP. Isn't there like a Bully EP already? I'll beat myself for the win. Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's doing shame. Yeah, I haven't heard anything since Vultures, I don't think. And Vultures didn't hit for me. It did for a week, but... I mean, easily the lowest in the fucking catalog. Put out Yandi. Give me some of them Yandi leaks. I'm trying to wield my artsiness in the Souls like, and I won't let them. That's what you think. Behold these colors on this fucking beige palette. NPCs in this game are AI chatbots. Will they marry you? Can you give them speech impediments? Can you say, from now on, every time you speak to me, pronounce your R's like W? Well, winds meet. Wilma Toad. It's a Darth Vader in Fortnite, like. Version 1.2, live to game. Live to game? People always talk about this game. I think this is going to be fun for 40 minutes. But this is just a Dinosaur Souls, like, I believe. Which, if it's on Game Pass, awesome. If there's a demo, I'll give it a go. But generally, I'm uninterested. 6 out of 10 core generous. Yeah, for sure. This will have a big weekend on Twitch. Emaru will stream this to 30,000 people, 15,000 of them human. Souls fans are weird. You got that right. Calling it extinct when you die is very good. This is Crimson Desert, I think. This is exciting to me.
Based on the trailers and based on a bunch of things that I've seen about this game, you can clearly slay dragons. Is that true?
There are dragons in the game.
Mechanical.
We haven't revealed just yet whether or not.
Jake lasts 5 hours in bed 12. Thank you so much.
Can you lay them?
I'm sorry to the
You stole my username.
But at this point, we're not confirming whether or not there's dragon relations.
Could you speak a little bit to how big this game is?
Fucking finally.
Some news out there
Where
with
Jake
some
lasts 5 hours in bed, 1 through 11 already taken.
The map is. I don't think numbers really do it justice because how big is that in terms of scope and scale? But what we can say is the world's at least twice as big as the open world and playable area of Skyward. It's larger than the map of a Red Dead Redemption 2. Open world games are about
slamming Red Dead Redemption 2, dude.
Having distractions.
What the fuck is this a goddamn
a world that's not only
Jabba Labs gifting the sub to Jake. We love this. Now you're required to be here forever.
A lot about romance systems. This is not that
Forever.
type of game in terms of RPG elements and
5 hours. He's on SSR, isn't he? You fucking know it. You fucking know it.
Choose the type of character that you want to play as in terms of your progression within the systems in the game. And then through basically headcanon, you're
Rickard, I got the wrong one. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see how Jake lasts 5 hours in bed 12 fits in, and then we can decide if he's worth another one.
You'll have an experience that'll be radically different.
The joke still landed.
Even though they're
We love to
the
see
same
this.
game. The guiding principle for the game is around empowering the player and not forcing them into specific choices. There's a lot of time between now and launch.
Oh man, I hope that the fucking combat isn't too soulsy, man. Every combat looks the fucking same in 2025 and 2026. Like, that's the only frustrating thing, is everything is just like, lock onto your enemy, dodge roll, fucking parry. I'm so sick of doing that shit.
Showing when you're not in combat, how you're taking advantage of interacting the world, harvesting resource, gathering them for a whole
I hate what FromSoft did to this industry, yeah.
Equipment,
Sucks.
As well as
You can build your house, apparently.
there is a
Games
house.
used to
The
control
world is
differently.
made to be interacted with, and that's also how you learn about the world. So by talking to NPCs, by picking up chickens, then you've learned, and your codex will have been updated about the chicken.
What about things that go beyond like fighting? Is there like puzzles? Is there like different types of
Good
quests?
loot.
That's a great question. One of the things that we showcased, we had a team over to Korea to do a deep dive kind of behind the scenes last September. They came out and we showed them a glimpse of a bunch of different systems. One of the systems that we showed them was in what we call the aerial abyss. It's those sky islands that you see there.
Aerial abyss. Stop jerking it to parries. Maybe I will. Sorry, not on the cards. I'll be jerking it to
Story
parries.
and quests and mystery surrounding the world. In those sky islands, there are puzzles. They all have a different
Sky
vibe,
Islands.
if you
Zelda
will,
owns the
and
term
then
Sky Islands. Thank you.
rewards for completing them.
They invented the idea of an island in the sky.
Where can they get it? What does that look like for you guys?
The game comes out on March 19th across basically every platform.
I didn't realize this game was dated.
Consoles on PS5 as well as Xbox Series X and S.
Did I? Is it on the
PC,
docket?
As well as natively on Mac.
Oh yeah, I wrote it on the docket.
First, let's start with Where Was Me?
Whoops.
Well, since the game came out, I have played basically every day that game since it came out. I really like it. I love how many like we just did get new footage of a boss fight, but the game is like goes way beyond this. You can play it single player. You can do everything by yourself. You can play with friends. You can have a guild. The game like is mind blowing, especially because it's free. It's not pay to win. Everything in their story is cosmetic.
So Where Winds Meet is such a crazy game because, for one, it's free.
Yeah.
Which is wild. It's monetized exclusively through cosmetics. So they've even said we will never monetize.
I don't think I can get in on Where Winds Meet, man.
The game, which I think is the way.
And I hate when fucking they just show a goddamn boss fight as like promotion for your game.
Single-player adventure side,
Cool and all, but like, bruh.
You can play co-op,
But like,
go through,
bruh.
like the new boss fight together with your friends, and then there's also a side of it which is heavily inspired by classical MMOs, where like a player does something bad, they get put in the back of a cart, and everybody comes in and throws tomatoes at them.
I feel like it's a modern MMO that actually knows the audience. Like, we love seeing those kind of things, and those are the kind of things that also appeal to, it doesn't matter Eastern or Western, but those are the kind of things that people are going to talk about.
This game is shocking on how much depth it has.
There
like,
really is nothing like it. Like,
God,
like,
the game is beautiful.
It's absolutely crazy, and every boss fight is different and visually like pretty stunning, I would say.
Speaking of, we
Pretty,
watched the
it's
boss
it's
fight,
pretty
the Master's
stunning.
Message.
Let's just
Seems like
say.
it's based on obviously you're reading the Master's Message. You have to fight a different version of this ink boss. While we were watching it,
What mastering their
you,
fucking
Rob,
methods right
specifically were
now.
Like,
I know I
you
am.
haven't played this game, but you're watching it and you're thinking, "Wow, maybe
Bad.
I should play this."
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm mastering it crazy right
It
now.
looks so satisfying. Like, there's something about it. You know how it is when you're fighting a boss, and it's like the movement's almost fluid, and you're almost like in rhythm with the boss and their moveset. And that's what makes games and like that.
Crazy how little this is edited. I know.
Satisfying to play. There's something about mastering a boss's moveset.
It's like a episode 1 of a podcast.
A lot of people like the combat in this game. Like all that stuff you said, very true and
When
very
will it end?
expensive. And then the flip
Excellent
side
question.
is the combat is also really good.
Yeah, it looks very good. I think that's like what Luke was talking about. It's just the fact that it's free to play. Even myself, before it was released, I was so skeptical of it. It's like, there's no way that there's
Well,
a
Kojima's credit card. I wish, dude, that Kojima event was so funny.
There's been
I had
so
such a
much
fun time.
free-to-play stuff that comes out and you're like, not what I expected. But this seems to be like a really, really quality game.
Then we also saw Dino Blade here, which
I believe Squanky earlier said that the dress code for this panel is owns a couple skateboards.
on Steam right now for PC. It's about an hour-long demo, so you can play it if you want.
Which
and
is
have some
so
fun.
fucking
We got to
funny.
see a new dinosaur in that trailer that has never been seen before, and it's planned for release still in 2026, so sometime next year. No specific date right now. I'm kicking it to Rob first.
Dinosaurs with sword, like it's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Soul. Like, dude, like just watching the trailer, like I could feel my
I think, dude, I think I'm actually never going to touch that game. I think I'm out on like, guys, isn't this fucking funny? It's like it's a Souls-like, but actually it's dinosaurs. Get it? The Badger. It's like Bloodborne's the Badger. It's a cute crab game, but also it's got very punishing combat. I think I'm fucking out. I don't.
It's like
I'm
so
good.
Fun. It's such a gamer game. Dinosaur swords, like you can't really beat that. Then to end things off, we
I
have,
think I've just
Crimson
decided I'm
Desert,
crusading against Dino Blade.
Another crazy good
everyone familiar with. I would say it's been
Jake will
marketed
never
for
be a
very long
scroll with a
time.
gun. I simply
People know
can't.
It's coming from Pearl Abyss.
What's that game that's kind of like Scroll with a Gun, but it stars like a little fucking like peanut or something like that, and he goes slow motion, or he's like a grape maybe,
How they've broken it down because
and he does
you
Max
see
Payne
Crimson
stuff.
Desert, and so
I want
many things
that.
about it look too good to be true. They look crazy.
Bean,
They
he's a
have
bean.
hundreds
Yep,
of
Killer
enemies on
Bean.
screen. They have all of this physics
Now,
simulation.
Killer Bean, I'm
They have
in on.
crazy stuff where like they have sky islands. You can jump down from straight down to the surface. Like,
Wow, Sky Islands, you can jump straight down to the surface. They are truly reinventing
so,
game.
first of all, if you have like a siege weapon and you throw a bolt at a house, you can actually see the destruction starting from where the bolt hit and everything else falling down, falling through it.
Bean Jamboree wins. Truth be told, I've already done one. We did the Mexican jumping bean jamboree, where we ate Taco Bell and played Fall Guys.
it's gonna have frame drops or it's gonna stutter. Okay, this or that. But this is an engine that they
It was
have built
banging.
from the ground up with this game basically in mind.
I ate not as many
And
tacos
it's
as I
just
would have
absolutely
liked
crazy
to.
because we've had the chance to play it, and that just is what the game
Unfortunately.
is. It's ridiculous and crazy. And what's even crazier is that Will even shared with us some very special information
that we are breaking here for the first time.
The size of the game is 2
times
Skyrim.
We didn't even rehearse that.
That just happened.
2 times the size of
It's actually bigger
2011 Skyrim.
Which is crazy.
Which I love that Will follows up by saying size doesn't matter, but in our game, it kind of does.
But like,
Skyrim isn't that big. Yeah, it's a really weird dated term. It's like being like, it's of the quality of the Marshall Mathers LP, which I guess is a high quality album. Maybe that's a bad example, but
It is not the first game. It is not the first game.
We're gonna see you next year for the next show, and you're just gonna be walking around.
Guys, it's not the first game that you can ride a bear.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Not the first game you can ride a bear. It might be true, but
different kind of ride.
Baldur's Gate 3 ride.
But also
2 times the size of Jake's bean. It's a total of 2 inches.
They are putting themselves in the same bucket as Skyrim and
Graphics are
Red Dead 2,
twice as good as Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Yeah, the special effects are easily better than Toy Story 2 or. Listen.
Thank you, those of you who stayed with us from beginning to end. We really
That's me. That's us.
appreciate it. This has
W's
been
in chat for
awesome
yourself.
work With on the background, those guys have been amazing.
I think there's a thank you in a few different directions we would all probably feel. One,
It's a campaign in another game for sure. For sure.
Team, production team as well. I think this is awesome. Very cool that you guys were all down to try to do this. It's like a new thing. Also, thank you to the audience, right? Like whoever is watching this and trying.
Was this live?
to
No.
engage in something
This was
new
recorded in
because we know
2025. They've actually been sitting on this product for a little while.
Thank you so much.
I think it's just a little misguided. I bet the 2027 intro or the 2027 segment will be half as long and twice as dense. And I think that they will find their footing because there's a good idea on paper here with this event.
They don't have a crazy
And the
marketing
list of
budget,
games
they don't
and the
have
things that
some
we saw
big
today
publisher that can,
is a net
reinforce
fucking
it.
positive.
And, I mean, the crazy amounts of talent that we saw.
It's run by them as their first time. Yeah, for sure. I think it's generally a very positive thing.
We're all very humbled that we had the chance to
And
check it out and share
cut some slack on production.
Thank you for having us.
We're fresh off watching like the fucking what awards did we watch?
A little bit where we did this in a pretty
It's better than any future game show that's ever happened. It's better than any PC game show that's ever happened. It's better than the fucking Golden Joystick Awards that we watched.
Again, thank you again because they worked very
It's got
hard
better
to get
games
this
than a lot of
stuff to
PlayStation
us,
State of Plays.
and out and participate in it.
It's
And
way
a lot
better
of
production than
people
the
we
fucking
talked to
Streamer
that didn't
Awards.
participate because they had other plans.
There's a lot, way more here is positive than negative. And I think the only thing
people can
that they need to
part of
fix
it and like, hey, let's go
is their pacing because the content was there.
interviews in person. Let's
And despite being the creators that put this together, not putting yourself so far at the
I can't
forefront.
even stress the amount of times we brought up a game. I was like, oh my
Which I get.
I had
And if I was in
no
their
idea
position,
that game existed
I would probably be at the
until
fucking forefront.
Or you explained it to me, and now I'm interested in that game and the team behind it. Like that's the beauty of this show. Like that was our ultimate goal. We want to expose you guys to
They'll
games
figure it out.
you either did or did not know about, and then it also give you guys a different show of like this is the team.
Her
behind
cringe
it,
to boredom
and
is
the
very good.
personalities you can attach yourself to for the future of these games.
It was great putting faces to these developers as well because you know this industry naturally we're very critical of developers, but I think sometimes we forget that those are real people.
Pull it back like force. Okay.
They love it. They love what they're doing, and I think that's awesome.
Well, to all of you guys out there, this has been the first ever edition of New Game Plus. It has been an absolute honor for all of us to come together, and hopefully much more coming in the future. You know, we all love, at the very core, we love freaking video games, and we got to show you guys so much today, and hopefully more in the future. It's been an absolute pleasure, and here's to that future.
Much more coming.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have any.
Cheers.
Nothing left after 3 hours.
Phone's fucking nice ass living room. Thanks for watching. And thank you for watching the New Game Showcase with me, YouTube, and YouTube VOD watchers that are liking and subscribing and finding me on another platform and hanging out live in the future. Doesn't that sound like a lot of fucking fun? I think so.